Down here?
Come and get your stuff.
What stuff?
Valentine's Day stuff. Oh, okay. I should probably do that.
And then she wasn't even there until 1 o'clock. She came in from 1 o'clock till 2:30. Yes. It's a granddaughter. I brought in my donuts, and he brought them all, us all donuts again. So I said, oh, don't do any more donuts. I said, take those home. I already had 2. I don't want any more donuts.
First and foremost, let's get this stuff untangled.
All I know is he had a lunch bag, and it was filled with junk right to the tippy top for 3-year-olds. I've never seen classrooms have that much junk.
Okay, that's that. Let's make sure this is in place. Okay. 1 minute. 1 minute, we'll get started. I love my family. Let's get started. Dream and Kira, thank you for the auto hosts. Appreciate those. I'll try to keep my Twitch app open today as much as I can to make sure I can see everything. Okay, so you know how Conquer said I'll find something to delay the last quest with last time? I found 4 things to delay the last quests this time. So hopefully those will get done fairly quickly. I promise, though, it won't take long. Trust me, they're really quick things that shouldn't take much time at all to do. But most of it has to do with leatherworking, so that's always fun. How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, the Stream Edition. It's weird not to be saying the finale, because this is sort of a finale. This is the finale of the vanilla content from the original 2.0 version of 14, because today we're going to be taking on the last castrum that the Empire has here in Eorzea in Phase 3 and eventually Phase 4 of Operation Archon. But before we do that, like I said, I have a few things, just little quick things to get out of the way. Shouldn't take too long here in the beginning, but one of them involves that lady right over there, our guild master with the Leatherworkers Guild, because the final quest in her quest line for A Realm Reborn, and also probably the final quest that I'll be doing for Leatherworker period in the entire game, because I don't plan on bringing it into Heaven's Ward with me. I don't plan on playing it past whatever level it's at currently, other than the the Akatl 9 quest that I was doing. So we got to do that, and we got a couple other things. So let's just get this started, shall we? And there's Conquer right there. Hey, Conquer. It's going good. How's it going for you? And Yugman as well. Hello, Yugman. How you doing? Okay, so without further ado, let's get this thing started. The first thing that I need to do is I need to go over to my achievements menu, because as you may recall, actually, I don't know if it's achievements or exploration. It's the hunting log, basically, so maybe it's under character. Or, I could go to this one, last 5. I need, like, last 10, because the bump on a log ones that I got, here we go, they're right here. So this one, for Pugilist, actually earns you a reward. You get the Master Pugilist's ring for finishing the hunting log for Pugilist. What did I just... Cracked cluster? Oh, I must have kept those in my inventory from the practice run that I did earlier today. So, but yes, let us... how do I pull this out of here? That's my question. I didn't try to actually pull this out of here originally. Or is it just in my inventory already? No, it is not. Maybe I have to claim this somewhere? I'm not really 100% sure how this works. I probably have to claim it from that Jonathas guy, so we'll go do that in a minute. If that's the case, I'll just do the leather working that I have to do. But we also got one for Arcanist, so we have to get the Master Arcanist's ring as well. Those two will finally replace the brand new ring that I've had since, like, episode, I don't know, 7 or 8 there, since we did the Hall of the Novice the first time. They won't be there for long. I'll probably be getting better rings not long after that, but they're better than what I've got currently, so that's what we're going to go do. Doing good. Got back from doing a little shopping shortly before I started. Good. Got good timing then, because I'm getting ready to go right now. Get it from the guy behind the mounts from... Okay, that's what I thought. Sounds good. We'll go do that in a minute. First things first, though. Let us go over here. I'll just sell... Oh, I can't sell the crack cluster. Okay. It's probably a quest item like that one. I got a coral necklace or something like that from the one dungeon that we did, probably the Wanderer's Palace, and I think that's used in Sahagin quests, so that means that crack cluster must be used for something as well, because I can't get rid of it. Oh, well, we'll figure that out later as well. I'll give it to my, whatchamacallit, my retainers, if I have to. But yes, the last quest in the Leatherworker line, Accept No Imitations, is now available. And I don't actually need any of those options, so we'll probably just take these gold pieces and sell them. But there's Pingus, which we'll take as our ultimate piece of leatherworking weaponry. Although, I think it's actually worse than the one that I have currently. Yes, by a country mile. So it won't actually be that useful to us, unfortunately. Oh, okay. What kind of predicament are we talking here, Guildmaster? Several hundred deliveries. How in the world are you going to do that? Okay, so there's a client waiting at the Whistling Miller. Okay. I don't know where that is there, Guildmaster, but I'm sure my mini-map will be able to tell me. We can probably go see that Jonathas guy when we're over there. Yeah, he's pretty close by, so we'll go see him while we're going this way. See, I was figuring you could just click and drag the master rings out of the frickin' out of the achievement log there, but yeah, apparently that's not the case. I will say this, I'm glad that the emergency maintenance they were talking about doing with this isn't going to happen until later tonight, because I thought I was going to have to delay the stream until tomorrow because of that, but yeah. Don't have to worry about that now. I have. Here is the choker that you require, I would assume. Well, if you didn't want it overwrought like that, then why'd you order it? Why would I want to do that? Lay gasp! We found Anger Botha at last. Let me take him out back and then switch to Pugilist real quick. See what he gets for messing with our guild master. So you're the one who tempted all of our guild members with money to make lower quality shit that nobody actually appreciates, and you're giving us a bad name for it. I do. I mean, that's fine, but you can't go around smearing our good name because you don't want to take the extra time and effort. Oh, I gotta tell the Guildmaster about this. She's gonna be so pissed, she's gonna be like, we need to re-enter the competition, like, now. She's gonna be so pissed off about this. Oh my god. Alright, let's go see that Jonthus guy. And, claim our rewards for completing our 2 hunting logs. See if I have to use any achievement points to get them. I might, but then again, I might not. So. I could switch to Summoner and summon Ifrit. Yeah. Be like, Ifrit, you know what? I'm just gonna stick you on Sick. Here's my target. Go nuts. Put Sick back on my hotbar for that one occasion. Let him chase him around town. That'll teach him. Oh, okay. What do we got? Your accrued achievement points have earned you an achievement certificate. Ooh. Special reward? What kind of special reward? Oh, these special reward. Okay, I thought it was a different special reward than the one that he was talking about. Okay. Let's see. Inquire within. Probably a housing thing, huh? I could get these other bardings, but I'm kind of stuck on the bardings that I have currently, you know what I mean? The crested one for Lominson. I'll think about it later. Or I'll think about it now. We'll buy this one, because that's the one I think I'd want, honestly. And I'll try it on later, and I'll see if it's something I actually care about. If not, then, you know, whatever. We tried it. Behemoth Warhorn. I'm going to get that just because I have the spare things. I know Confucius is my mount, but I just think it would be funny for Cole to come home from his vacation and be like, hey, what's going on? I'll be like, oh, you know, nothing, just this. Summon the behemoth, and I'll be like, what? Why and where? So, I think, yep, here we go. Yes, claim that anyway, even though I can't equip it, because I'm gonna equip it when I get on the class that I need, so. Master Pugilist and Master Arcanist's rings. Beautiful. Very cool. Alright, let's go report back to the Guildmaster so she can get entirely pissed off and also enter us into the competition as a very late entry participant. Because I'm sure that's where this is going. Because I want to see this Anger Botha gentleman get his comeuppance for pulling people away from our guild. Who does he think he is? Not the best, that's who. Because when you want the best, there's only one place to go. And that would be right here in the Leatherworkers Guild in Gridania for the Fennel Finery's best. Guildmaster, I have terrible news. Oh, and he's doing it to other leatherworkers too? Oh my god. Yeah, we can't let this stand, Guildmaster. Boy, if only she knew. That would have been a funny scene. Been like, okay, authorities, it's fine, it's fine. She's with me. She's with me. It's cool. I've done a service for the realm. You know what? We can consider this even now. Just take any favors that you had for me. We're good. We're even. Just let me take her away, and let me just bury this guy in a ditch somewhere. Oops. There we go. I can tell he sounded like he didn't really care for this place much. Gross. He's gotta have a little spine, man. Come on. I mean, you're a hard ass there, Guildmaster, but that doesn't mean that I don't like working under you. If anything, you being a hard ass made me work harder. I didn't do all those leave quests for nothing. Yeah, exactly. And we can't stand and let that happen. So what are we gonna do? Yeah, okay. Oh, hell yeah! So we need to make a raptor skin jerkin, and we need to put a gatherer's grasp materia of the 3rd grade melded into it. Thankfully, I can do all of that right here, and I actually have the materials for it already. So we got to take it to Maketo's amphitheater, and then we'll submit it. Hopefully we'll get it in there in time, but I think it'll be fine. Alright. So, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure I have all my materials here, because it's not just one thing we need to make today, but 2 things. Let me use this, actually. Oops. I got to use those 2 things before we do that. Hang on, just to free up some inventory space. There we go. And that. Nice. Alright. Whoops. And let us take this stuff that I need. So we need to do the Raptor Skin Jerkin, but there's another thing that we need to do, and you may recognize it because I'm pretty sure that we were instructed to make these. This will be my most difficult commission yet besides the Raptor Skin Jerkin, because Cole needs punching gloves for his glamour for Red Mage, and what better way to do it than to make them now and then have him come home and I'll be like, hey bro, here you go. What? How? Why? It's fine, you don't owe me anything, just ride away on the behemoth. I'm so confused! Okay, so, in order to make this jerkin, we need 1 boar leather, 2 raptor leather, 1 undyed felt, and 1 electrum ingot. So let's see what we got here. So, boar leather, I think I have enough. Yeah, I do. Because we only need 1. I need raptor leather, so let's get that in there. I need regular alum and black alum for this. We need undyed felt. I need electrum ingot. We don't need more than 1, but I have more than 1 because why the hell not? And then for Cole's thing, we also need a rose gold nugget, silk thread, hippogriff skin for hippogriff leather. Excuse me. We also need this gatherer's grasp materia to slot into the other thing there. I think that's it for Cole's things. Let's see. Yeah, silk thread, rose gold nugget, hippogriff leather. Now this one's going to be trickier than the other one, even the jerkin that we're making for the thing, because not only is it a level 50 recipe, it also, I don't have full high quality gear for this, because high quality silk thread on the board was like a cluster of 60 of them or something. I mean, it was a reasonable price. It was like 200 gold a piece, or 200 gil a piece, but it was like a stack of them, and I was like, I'm never going to need all of these, so I've just bought normal quality ones. Just for the challenge of it, because we don't need it to be high quality, because Cole's just going to use them for glamour anyway, but if I can make them high quality, I'm going to make them high quality, damn it. We don't accept, it's like the quest says, accept no imitations, there's only 1 Fennel Fineries, so let's get this started. Alright, so let's do the jerkin first, and then we'll do the punching gloves, and then we'll submit it. Alright, here we go. So, boar leather, so we need to do some great strides. So let's do that, and then do this. Get that as far as we can. And do this. Cole comes back, just come in with Behemoth and give him the punching gloves, leaving him in complete confusion. Sounds good. I think that's what we'll do then, Conquer. That's what we'll do. He'll be back next week, so... I might give him like a couple of days so that he can recover from his... because he's going to a gaming convention, so I might give him a couple days to recover so he can get the stuff done off-screen with the quests that we're going to have done by that point. So we might do like Sunday, Monday, Thursday, Saturday or something next week as our days to stream. I'm not really sure yet, but I'll see when we get that far. Okay, so we need Raptor Leather. We need 2 of them. So let's make this. Oh, right. Yeah, I gotta put the high quality materials in there because it doesn't do it automatically for me. Alright, this is Raptor Leather, so it's a little trickier to work with as well. And, so let's do some striding. I know I just missed a good, but I didn't have a steady hand, so I didn't want to waste the opportunity. Alright, great strides again. Ooh, this is a good, so this should actually work out pretty good. Yep, there we go. And then do this. But I've realized something. I need to do something before I continue making the leather, because the leather's usually like one of the hardest parts. You have to use practically every step, or you're kind of screwed. I haven't been eating my pan-fried mahi-mahi, so let's eat some. Give me a little bit of extra control. I think it gives like 25 extra control at the maximum, so that will help us quite a bit. Okay, we need one more of these. Alright, let's do this. And good condition, give it a great strides, and that, yeah, look at the difference there. That's significant enough, I would say. Let's do another great strides, just because that way it'll go there. And finish up. Okay, so there's our Raptor Leather. Getting lots of experience for this, although I don't really need it. I need 1.2 million to get to the next level as a total. So, all right, so the jerkin is the next thing we'll need to do. I might save the hippogriff leather and the punching gloves until after the convention, just so that we can, or not the convention, but the submission that we have to do for the guild there, not the convention as in the one that Cole's at. Oh, we need 2 of these. Okay, we got 80 durability to play with. I think we'll be okay with this, so let's see what we can do. And just for reference, it does have to be high quality, so I mean that was kind of obvious considering all the other quests up to this point, but I figure I'll just show you. Alright, so let's build up our inner quiet a little bit with some medium taps. And worst comes to worst, we'll do a heavy tap at the very end to make sure we max it out. I don't think that's going to be enough if I do... I mean, well, here's what I'm thinking. We'll do this. Yeah, we could do a 5th one of those and then just reapply steady hand and be good. And good. Nice. Okay, so that's done. So now we just need to take that over to Estain there. And we need to put the Gatherer's Grass materia into it as well. So I guess since we're here, I know that I just said I might not do it until after the convention, but since we're here, let's do this. I have just enough earth crystals to get this done too. Well, I have 5, but he's lucky, basically, is what I'm saying, that I had enough earth crystals to do this. Alright. So here comes the tricky part. Now, it's not tricky because we pretty much do it the same way as we've done the other ones, but I'm hoping that we have enough to actually make this work, because we only get 1 shot. So yeah, I think we'll be good. I'm gonna, let's see, we've got 2 steps of steady hand left. So let's, how much was that last one? 592. So let's do this, because we should have enough, yeah, to get it fully qualitied there. And I have 1 step of steady hand left. I don't think I need this medium synthesis. No, I didn't need that much, but there's our high quality hippogriff leather. Just enough. Okay, and hippogriff leather, silk thread, rose gold nugget. But yeah, as you can see, it makes a pretty big difference in terms of the quality, not having one of the 2 being high quality there. So we gotta be a little careful with this one. Make sure we do this correctly. All right, I didn't really rehearse the process of doing this in my head, so I'm just gonna wing it. I think we'll be okay though. If we get a couple of goods, we'll be fine. Let's build up our inner quiet, just like usual. We'll build it up a little bit, and then we'll do a big, great strides at the end. Or should we do a great strides now? Let's see, 32, 48 is like 80? Yeah, 80. And then I'm gonna need 20 durability to use to get this thing, because I don't think this goes all the way up, so we'll need a basic and a standard. So 1, 2, think I'd do pretty well with a max level crafter. Picked up on it fast. Thanks. Honestly, I'm not really sure though if I want to go any further with it. I'm thinking about doing something else basically, and I'll tell you what that something else is in a little while when I actually pick it up. It won't be another crafter, but it will have to do with crafting and gathering. So you could probably guess what that means. But, okay, so we need another steady hands. So let's do that. Now, I gotta use this carefully. Because I only have enough to do exactly 1 more touch and 1 basic. So let's do this and pray for a good. We got a good. Okay, cool. So now we do this. And now we do this. Perfect! I didn't expect that to actually work on the first go, but it did, so yeah, nice. Alright, cool. We got the punching gloves that we need as well, so Cole will be happy. Because it's high quality, and that I had my namesake was on the line there. I couldn't bring it to him normal quality. It would have been shameful. Okay, so let's put away all our materials now, because we won't need any of these anymore. I'm going to want to keep the alumine, though. Because I will need the alumine for something, and I'll explain what the alumine will be for in a little while. Well, I can tell you what it's for now. It's going to be for glamour prisms, but I need other materials to go with that. And I have a plan of how I'm going to get those other materials that I'll explain to you when I actually pick up the class that I need to get all the materials together. So it does involve my retainers, though, so if you've played the game before, you might have an idea of what I'm thinking of doing. Excuse me. Okay, high quality raptor skin jerkin. Let's meld it with the Gatherer's Grasp materia, level 3. Alright. So we've got one. Now let's take it over to Estain there and enter it into the competition. And see what we can do. I will say this, though. It was a good venture, crafting as a leather worker. It was good fun. Again, it was mostly because I was trying to figure out mechanically how I could get it so that I could make everything while only doing a single crafting class, like not picking up. Like if I had done other crafting classes, I'd be able to pick up stuff that's like ridiculously good, like Hasty Touch I could have picked up, and just a whole bunch of other things that would have really helped if I had gotten a bunch of other crafting classes to level 15, which again doesn't take much to do, but the challenge of doing it with one class was tempting enough for me to say, hey, let me just pick this up and see if I can do it. So, Estain, I need to enter a last-minute entry. Okay. There you go. Let's see how they like it. Last patch came out, Raincoat outfit came out with it, really wanted it to spend about 7 minutes on the mats, had someone craft and end up failing the craft. Oh, yeah, that feels bad, man. That feels bad. Oh, that sucks. It must have been a pretty, like, high-end outfit then, though, if they failed the craft. I can't even imagine, although if it's, like, above level 50 at this point, I would have a significantly hard time of crafting it myself, because even though I have high-end gear at this point, it's some of the crafts that you have to do after this are ridiculous, and mostly in terms of the materials, but I'm sure in order to make them high quality later, it gets really substantial. I am, however, glad that we were able to make those punching gloves high quality, because all the pickups and the gear that I got now, it's liberating because it feels worth it to have picked up all that stuff, all the grinding and everything that I did in order to get enough storm seals to pick up the stuff, because we had just enough CP to finish those out and not fail the craft, because holy cow, I was like, I don't know if I can do this. So, oh, it was the highest tier for it? Okay, yeah. Yeah, specialists are hard to come by. Gotta make sure you get those master books from Talon, I think it was, in Revenant's Toll, which I thought I was going to have to get for the punching gloves. Turns out I didn't need to. They're just in the level 50 recipes below all the regular level 50 recipes, so worked out. Crafting's too stressful. It does get stressful. Oh, it's so stressful, especially like in my case where I had to buy the materials off the market board. Yikes, if I fail a craft after buying them off the market board, it'd be tens of thousands of gil that would be leaving my pocket again. So that's why when I did the leave quests, I did things that I could just pick up from the store, because even though it took longer, I didn't have to worry about failing the craft by accident and then having to buy tens of thousands of gil worth of materials again, you know? So, but it gets stressful, that's for sure. Yeah, well, the Leatherworkers Guild is participating, and you don't have to worry, because, oh, there's a guild master to take over for me. Nice. We're even practically matching, which is very good, because, you know, you gotta represent the guild. Oh, apparently, well, I know I made it. I thought she was gonna be the one presenting it, but Alright, cool. Okay, then let's get in there, Guildmaster. See what the exhibition? No, not that. Let's see what they think of my jerkin. I feel like I've seen that Ellison lady in the green suit before, somewhere. Maybe she was one of the people I had to deliver stuff to. Anyway. I think that's my benefactor, actually, my Senta, that lady in the pink outfit, the one that let me make all those hard leather chokers in the Leaf quest. So it's weird how much this whole quest line has come back around, you know what I mean? Because I think she's the one that's in that, like, Black Rabbit Traders, I think is the name of the shop, where you can get the base level gear, like the gloves and the armor and the body shirts and stuff like that you start the game with. You can buy them from her. But she was also the one that Leaf quest I was doing with the hard leather chokers was, she was the claimant for that Leaf. So I delivered probably about 250 chokers to her by the time I was done, something like that. So, but it got me where I am, so hey, makes sense to me. Alright, let's see what they think. And I think the people that are in the audience are important people in Gridania, or at the very least regular NPCs, because I recognize that Lalafell that was there with the farmer's hat as being, I think that's the leader of the Botanist Guild or something. So. Okay, so this is the Angerbotha version. Let's see what they think of it. I mean, I would agree to function over form if it wasn't for the fact that I made the one that's in the competition, not this one, the other one. So clearly mine will be better. Well, sure, maybe if you were, you know, crafting it in a time of war. I mean, it is sort of a time of war. The Empire's at our doorstep, but this was made by an actual leather worker rather than a soldier who's leather working as a as a hobby or something, you know, as a side subject. I don't know about that there, David. You might, yeah, you might be disappointed. Because here comes my entry. It's sparkling. Oh my god. I swear I didn't even do that. I'm still a little nervous. Well, I sure hope so. That raptor wasn't slaughtered in vain. Sounds like they all like it. I think they all like it. That's good. Oh, and even yeah, Mother Mione. That's why I recognized her, because she's the not the innkeeper, but basically like the barkeep at the inn there. Hey Todd, how's it going? Wish Goldsmith was as nice as this during the last quest. I was saying, it all comes back around, because this Mycenta lady's the one I did all the leave quests for. All the important NPCs from Gridania are here. We finally get to see Angerbotha get their comeuppance. It's great, man. Well, there we go. We've done it. I'm the best leather worker here. Uh-oh. Oh, see, I was just thinking he was going to get his comeuppance in the competition. I didn't realize they were going to do this. Because, yeah, harassment, extortion, counterfeiting, and poaching. Man, you were not careful when you did this stuff, were you? Wah, wah. And we'll never see him again. Probably for real this time. Yeah, don't forget to say Ifrit on him. Yeah. I left Ifrit at the Woodwaller's base there, so he'll have a fun time with them when he gets back there. Yep, all's well that ends well there, Guildmaster. That was good. I like that. I liked that a lot. Alright, let's go report back to the guild. Get this last little bit out of the way. Is there anything else I need to do after this? Let me look at my notes real quick. Yes. The rank 4 XIV 9 quest is also available. So lots of leatherworking here before we go to the final 2 dungeons. But once we get those out of the way, like I said, this may be the last hurrah for leatherworker on this playthrough, other than the stuff I do for the XIV 9. But I do have a plan of something else to spend my time working on at a later date, and I'll tell you what that is, again, when we get to it. Have a little faith there, Guildmaster. You didn't train me well for nothing. Well, good. I mean, we've been wearing the same outfit for like 2 weeks, so I would think being called Pierre at this point would be like a non sequitur. I don't even know if I'm using that word right. Well, good. You got less on your plate. I mean, you'll have more on your plate with all the orders we'll probably get from this, but... Oh, so now that they don't have any employment, they're like, hey, can we come back? No, it's probably just... Yeah. Well, maybe they shouldn't have crossed you there, Guildmaster. Oh, okay, well, she's going to take them back anyway. Nice. She's being merciful for once. I didn't expect to see this side of her. Well, thank you, Guildmaster. I couldn't have done it without you. Yeah, hard work and determination. And lots of leather chokers. And I mean lots. Like, so many, I would be buried in them right now. If you piled them all in front of me. Yep, will do, Guildmaster. Although I don't know if she would approve of the way that I'm using my leatherworking currently, which is working with the XIV to get them an airship. She'd be like, okay, I changed my mind. You're no student of mine. I'm disowning you. But yes, that's it for the leatherworker quests until Heaven's Ward. As I said, though, we may be leaving leatherworker behind here. Oh, 864,000 experience points for it. Nice. And we leveled up and got a new action. Precise Touch. What does that do? Let's have a look. All that EXP really built up there, didn't it? Let's see. Here we go. Increases quality. Inner quiet stack by 1. Yeah, that's normal. 100% efficiency, 70% success rate. Only available when material condition is good or excellent. 18 CP. That's not that great, I don't think. Because it's not a synthesis ability right now, it's a quality ability. I mean, it's less expensive than the other ones, and actually, I know what I'm going to do with it, actually. Hold on. I know exactly what I'm going to do with it. There. Now we're good. Because I was not using Basic Touch anymore at all, so we'll just get rid of that. Okay, so that's taken care of. Let's use the Ethernet to teleport out to the North Shroud, and then we'll head for the XIV 9, and we'll get that whole thing going. Let me do this, actually, before we go. There we go. And once we're done with that, we have nothing left, ladies and gentlemen, until other than, you know, everything after the final 2 dungeons. But we'll get to those once we're done with the final 2 dungeons, which we'll be going to do in a few moments. Yeah. Off to the XIV's lair. Well, not the XIV's lair, but the XIV 9's lair anyway. If we were going to the XIV's lair, I probably wouldn't be able to do much as a leatherworker. That's not saying I haven't already tried fighting things as a leatherworker. I have. I hit them once, and then Confucius choco kicked them, and that was it. So, granted, they were several levels below me, but yeah. Now, I wouldn't take on anything approaching my level as a leatherworker because then, well, Confucius would be doing all the work. So, we're not gonna do that. All right. Actually, while Confucius is out here, let's see what that barding looks like that I got, the Wild Rose one. Whoops. Let's see here. Let's take a look at you, Confucius. Oh, it's just like Furion's PSP gear. Okay. Well, nuts to that. Let's keep the one he's got. I mean, it gives him a little scarf, but this is much more armored. He's more prepped for battle this way, you know. So, all right. Let's go see Sizzle and see what him and Tadaramu have been up to in our absence. Okay. What you got for me today, Sizzle? Yes, it is. Oh, so we need like a drivetrain component, basically? Ah, ceruleum technology, yes. I know about that. I've been to the processing plant. I'll probably have to go back. Okay, what kind of problem are we talking? Oh, okay. Okay. So what do we need to do? Beg, borrow, and steal? Sounds about right. Okay, so we need a gear wheel. Alright. So let's see where we can find this gear wheel. Probably Tadaramu's, I don't know. His info might be helpful here since he's basically royalty when it comes to this stuff. Yes, so any ideas on where to find one? Okay. Well, if you're asking me to make it, I just came back from winning a competition for leatherworking, so I can probably do it. I get the feeling they're not going to ask me, though, because this quest is for, like, low-level crafters, so... It's like for crafters who pick it up towards the end of their... like, towards the higher levels of their other disciples, like, of war and magic, basically. Yeah, how are we going to do that? Think. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, so we gotta go speak to Coulson, and then he'll be able to tell you how to get that gear wheel. Okay, sounds good. So let's go see Coulson and see what we can do about that. Although I think it's pointing me in a different direction, maybe? Hang on, let's see. Speak with Coulson in Gridania. Okay, so no, it's not pointing me directly to Gridania with the quest marker, but that's where we need to go. So, let's go that way. But yeah, as you can see there, I know I'm still going on about this. It's just because of how close we came with those punching gloves. Even with those XIV gloves on there, like even the difference of the gloves that I had on versus the ring bands and the leatherworking thing, it made the difference there. Because I only have 283 CP right now. So if I had been using this outfit to make those punching gloves, it wouldn't have worked. I had to have the one that I had in order to make those punching gloves. So it just, like I said, I know it's weird that I'm still going on about it, but it was incredible. It was like the stars aligned again. They aligned when I played Persona 5 the first time because I started it on the same day as you start the actual game, like in-game. And they aligned for me just now, so... I gotta tell you what, though. This is not anything to, you know... what's the word I'm looking for? I don't think it's denigrate. It's not deter either. Basically, like, it's not to make anybody feel bad. But like I said, I did some practice earlier today on the duty finder to make sure that I was capable of the healing that was going to be needed in these last 2 dungeons, and I got, I got the Stone Vigil as a scholar with a paladin who didn't know how to use Shield Oath at level 40. Everyone in the party was upset with that gentleman. And for good reason, because, I mean, how do you get to level 40 without knowing how to use one of the most basic things in your kit, right? But then again, some of the horror stories Todd's told me, I guess I shouldn't be shocked at the fact that that happened. But yeah, it got so far. Now, I've never seen this happen before, but it got so far, they were voting to kick him from the party and get a different paladin. And I was like, I don't think it's that bad. I will tell you this, he almost gave me a panic attack in the boss fights, but it was, yeah. It was just shocking to me, really, because it's like, again, how do you get so far? Where is this guy? Oh, he's out on the balcony. Okay. How do you get so far in your class to get to level 40 and not know your kit? And that's another reason why I'm kind of like, I really don't want anybody to carry me in any regard in these sorts of games. Like, when we get to Warframe, I've already been told, hey, we'll carry you up to this point by a couple of people. I'm like, okay, if you carry me, then this isn't going to work. I'm going to stop streaming it, because you either sink yourself down to me. I know that your skill is going to be higher, but your gear has to be synced down to me, or we can't cooperate and play through this part together, because I'm not getting to the point where I don't know what the hell I'm doing when I have to know what the hell I'm doing. You know what I mean? I never want that to happen. So, yeah, hello again, Coulson. Main reason you hate leveling. Yeah, I know. I mean, it's bad because, like, even and it was a paladin. Even paladins who I've gotten in, like, Sastasha and stuff have known better. And these were of the same... Like, I think this was the first time he was going through Stone Vigil. I'm not 100% sure about that, but I think so. But even, paladins who were going through, like, Sastasha or Tamtara Deepcroft the first time that I've gotten in the leveling duty roulette knew what they were doing somewhat in terms of keeping the aggro. In this scenario, thank God I had Eos, because I basically, whenever I would click Bane in order to hit the enemies that he flashed once, and only once, until they were dead, I became the tank and the healer at the same time. It was terrible. I'm gonna have Vietnam flashbacks like I have with the Garuda fight. Yes, they were sufficient, thank you, but we need something else, so... Yeah, we need that gear wheel. Oh, so I guess the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, huh? His father made the suggestion, or maybe it was his grandfather, that made the suggestion of using the XIV technology in our airships, which explains why we have balloons in our airships. I was actually going to ask that at one point. Like, why are they trying to build a balloon airship when they already use balloons in the airships in the regular airports? But I think the one that they're building is going to be, like, entirely using balloons, so... Or I guess I should give them a less colloquial term, XIV dirigibles, as Coulson here said. Probably pretty expensive before that, huh? Or, excuse me, very expensive before that. Yeah, just the gear wheel that we need, yep. The old Fulgard workshop? Okay. In more ways than one. Employees of the Bob and Cork. Okay, I could check in with them. Alright. So, back out we go. I'll just teleport to the North Shroud. Or, I could just do this. I did get a little money from that duty roulette earlier today, so let's just use it and teleport. It's not that far to walk, but well, it's easier than walking, I guess. There we go. Alright. so let's ask around and see if anybody remembers about this lathe. Late. I don't really know how to pronounce it. Gear wheel. We'll just say that. Hello, are you the owner of the place or the supervisor of some kind? No. Sort of some gossip, I guess. Yeah, it's a gear wheel, or a gear wheel cutter anyway, that we can use to make it work. Oh, you have lost and found. Good. I don't know what it's looking like, what it looks like, but I can try it. So. All right, cool. Let's go check around and see what we can find. So where did he throw this junk pile anyway? Is it over here? No. I mean, it's probably on the other side. Yep, here we go. Let's see what he's got in the lost and found there. Ah, here we go. Just so happens the only piece that's left over from all the junk, well, actually, it's probably in those boxes, but the gear wheel's right on top. Very good. Oh, Tadaramu, I didn't expect you to be here. Well, we found it. Gotta be careful, though. If they flung it and it got warped in any way, we're gonna have to do some serious work to get that thing back. Bet you got a lot of inspiration from him, huh? Yeah, sounds just like it. Just like what I've heard from you so far. Excuse me, I think I need to sneeze. Nope, just blow my nose, okay. I've been like trying to move away from the mic for 2 minutes thinking I needed to sneeze. I hate when that happens. Yeah, probably, Tadaramu, like I was saying. Well, what's it say? For my dear friend Ezell Kalan, on these wings I pledge our everlasting... Oh, yeah, that's right. They did talk about... Coulson talked about those dirigibles. So, probably the reason why Tadaramu is working with them doesn't... Again, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. His grandfather worked with them, too, so... That would probably mean that Sizzle's grandfather, or the XIV equivalent, is the same Ezell Kalan that Sizzle named the airship after. I would say bump, 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 but it's really not that surprising. Yep. No problem. Let's get this back to him then. I wonder if they're going to have me make anything, or if they're just kind of going to be like, hey, you know, oops, go to work. Okay. Sorry, I had a mini stroke there and couldn't remember where my chocobo key was for a second. Alright, let's go back to the Akadal 9 and see if Sizzle has the answers Tadaramu was looking for. Oh, that great old oak is up to no good again. Oop. Nope, I was going the right way. Never mind. I always look for these rocks to show me how to get here through Alder Springs. I just couldn't see him there. No real shock. It's 1:30 in the morning and I'm traveling around on Chocobo back like it's the middle of the day, but... whatever. Let's see what Sizzle has to say about this. Let's not speak of your bowels, and here's the gear wheel for you. Well, good. Sounds like all's well that ends well. Although I'm sure Tadaramu's got some other things to... That's not even close to what he wanted to ask. Oh, yeah. Yeah, might want to do that. Yeah, so you know what that's all about? Because Tadaramu's a little confused. Yeah, many times. Yeah, I'm a little confused myself. Oh, he was your mentor. Okay, I thought he was like a family relation. I mean, probably is. They're all sort of brood brothers, and sisters. But your mentor. Yeah, named after his mentor. Yep. Makes sense to me. So what does that mean for us now, Tadaramu? I mean, this secret doesn't have to get out. You might want to hold your tongue there, Sizzle. You're kind of calling his grandpa a thief and a liar. Indirectly, obviously, but I don't think that's what he meant. More likely he took inspiration from it. Yeah. So you're following more in your grandfather's footsteps than you thought there, Tadaramu. Well, yeah, I mean, who doesn't want to learn how to fly? It's one of the best superpowers. Yeah, dust in your eye. How'd that get in there with those goggles on? Better watch, man. You're gonna find a side to Ezell you didn't see before. We keep going. Beast Tribe quest complete. Reputation is now trusted. Very nice. That doesn't get us any new items with the XIV, but the next rank will get us access to the good stuff, so we'll worry about that when we get there, though. Oh, yep, coming along now. Cool. Every time we come here, it's looking a little better. Sweet. We could even check down here and take a look at it. While we're here, might as well. Oh, can I not get down? No, I can't get down there. Okay, well, but here it is in all of its airship-y glory. We also have a new person that we can do quests with up here now. Like, you get one new member of the Icatl 9 to do quests with every time you do this. So these were the first two, then Prudent Rozo Catalan up here was the third one. So now our next one is with Tazel Mayan, or Mayin, something like that. So we'll worry about that when we get that far. Is there anything else I need to do before I go off to do the final dungeon? Just sell those gold pieces and give my, what's it called? Give that stuff to my retainers. Let's give them some gold pieces. I'm sure they'll find something to do with this stuff. So it's not like they need the money for that much. What are they going to use it for, you know? Alright, let's go back to Gridania. Give that cluster over to my retainers. Probably just give it to Ghost Hammer. And once we're done with that, I'm warping to Northern Thanalan and we're finishing this up. I think they've got that in hand. Yeah, they got that in hand. I usually like to try to wait on the road if I see people who are lower leveled fighting, because, well, after that one encounter where I was a lower leveled summoner and scholar, and I stopped off to help that one white mage, I just sort of, I feel if they need it, you know, I want to be close by so I can just jump in, swift cast Resurrection, so they can, you know, they don't have to warp back. I tried to do it the other day when I was doing an XIV daily quest for somebody, but they must have, like, rage tapped on the respawn button or something, because, like, as soon as they hit the ground, instantly, like, you could have snapped your fingers, and they were gone already. They teleported straight back as soon as that happened. I mean, you know, you have no reason not to, because who's just going to walk along and, you know, raise you? But, well, I was going to. Retainers, yes, that's what I'm looking for. I don't know why I'm going to New Gridania if I'm looking for retainers, but we'll just go the long way around, I guess, to... no, that's the too long way around. To get to the marketplace. Still need to report back on the status of the XIV 9 thing to that one person who gave me the quest in the first place. I wonder when that's going to happen. Might be a little while, I think. Actually, while we're at it, let me swap over to Scholar, since that's what I'm going to play through the final dungeon as there. And yes, as you can see, the practice that I had there actually propelled me into level 60. So I'm no longer on the road to 60, and it's quite a long haul to 61. 4 million experience points. Actually, more like 4.5. But, yeah, so I got Scholar to 60. Oh, also, I changed up the outfit ever so slightly here. The pants were these woolen gaskins with those, like, tan, brownish looking knee guards on them. I switched out to leather culottes, which you can get from, it was like a level 5 crafting and gathering piece of equipment. So now I've got, like, shorts on. But, more importantly, the gray knee pads on this one match up with the gray from the boots. And also, doesn't really match up with the gloves, but if we look at the gloves closely, I don't know if I can actually see it from here. There is that gray on the ends of the gloves, and that matches up with that there. It also matches up with the stripes on the sides of the shorts there. So, yeah, more comfortable, less form-fitting. Oh, Matilda's done with her venture. All right, let's see what she's got going on then. I gave her, I think, a more appropriate outfit, considering. I think I should probably update it, though, to whatever level she's going to be after this. Okay, she is level 13. Nice. And she got some elegant bronze and yellow Yarzon legs. Cool. Good job, Matilda. I'm actually going to assign her another venture, I think. Because I want to get her up to level 26 as a pugilist, because that will let me send her on a hunting expedition that will allow her to get the exact materials that I need up to that point. Quick exploration is unlocked at level 10 for retainer ventures, and you can do that, and basically they bring back whatever they can find in an hour, and that determines what experience they can get. And they can get some really good stuff using that, but at this point I would more prefer that she just get thousands and thousands of experience to get her closer to 26. It's going to be a slow go to get her there. She'll probably get there at around the same time as I get the XIV 9 quests done, but we're going to assign her this venture, so she can go off and do a bunch of other stuff. And we'll just leave her to that. And we'll have Ghost Hammer take care of the cluster that I got there. I need to get him into a class too, but I don't have the class that I want him to be just yet. We'll get there. We'll get there. All in good time there, ladies and gentlemen. All in good time. Alright, so you can take this, and let me just sort this. There we go. I was thinking about maybe turning this stuff into the Maelstrom so that I could turn it into Storm Seals, but I says, well, I really don't need Storm Seals anymore, and if I want to pick Summoner back up again at any point, like if I decide I want to, it would kind of suck to not have any gear for it, so I says I'll just store it. It's easier. Thank you, Ghost Hammer. I'll have more for you later, so you can get out of that crazy, ridiculous outfit that you're in. Let's sell what Matilda got on her little venture. Little extra money, not bad. Better than a sharp stick in the eye, which is exactly what those yellow Yarzon legs would have been. Okay. I can't put it off any longer, ladies and gentlemen. Let's teleport off to Northern Thanalin to the cerulean processing plant and get this bad boy underway. Okay. So, this is it then. The final battle is on our doorstep. We just got to go see Roban, General Roban, I should say, at Roban's push, and see what we can do here. Probably have to fight. Actually, no, never mind. I was gonna say I probably have to fight a few Empire goons on the way, but since I'm on a class that's level 60, unless they're level 50, they won't bother me. So that's pretty nice. It's like Todd said on multiple occasions, and I've said it too because he said it. Road to 60 is a hell of a drug, man. gets you entirely too powerful. I think, though, what I'm going to do before I do this is I'm going to take Cleric Stance and stick it here. Because, I mean, I'll need Lucid Dreaming and Physic probably, and then I'll eventually need Indomitability, but I don't need these terribly too much. Trying to think, though, because I might want to do... Because I usually only use these once in a dungeon, so I might want to actually get that 6th hotbar that I had back over here and stick them on there so I can just click, 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 and then be done with it, you know? I should do that as well with Confucius. You know, I'll do that. We'll stick that in the macro. Let me do this first, though. There we go. Let's see. Scholar hotbars. We gotta put... Oops, sorry, bumped the mic stand. HUD hotbar 6. There we go. Okay. And then we'll take this, we'll drag it over. Whoops. So we'll do that. We'll do Physic here, so I never lose it. Indomitability and Lustrate. And that leaves us a big chunk of nothing, but that's okay. I don't mind that terribly at all. Actually, I'm going to stick them like here so that they're closer to me. Closer to the center of the screen, you know, so I can just kind of go duty commence and then immediately go click, 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 done. Or, alternatively, click, click, click. No. See, I'm not like from Asia or anything, so right to left. It doesn't work with my head, you know what I mean? It messes with my head. I almost wanted to... I was about to use this, like, make a save right here, but this is an MMO. You can't make a save. Alright, let's do this. Let's rock the castrum. I don't know where Espy is. Probably somewhere, but we'll see if they make it to this. If not, we'll rock the castrum ourselves. Unless Todd wants to jump in. I thought you were working, though, today, Todd, so that's why I didn't want to ask you to jump in. But if you're here and you've got free time and you want to jump in, it's fine by me, man. Whatever you feel like. Ah, the Scions have also arrived. You work overnight shifts, you'll live. So is that a yes, Todd, or... I don't want to push you, man, that's all. Can't wait to see who else doesn't know their job tonight. Oh, well, yeah, if my experience in the Stone Vigil is any indication, yeah, oh boy. Alright, let's see what General Robon has to say. Well, good, they've got those blockaded. Nice, phase 2 complete. Oh, in real life, oh, okay. Gotcha. Well, sorry then. Sorry that people don't know their job in real life as well. People don't know their jobs and management's using that as an excuse to let them slide by, not train them. Yeah, I know how that goes, Todd. I've been in that situation as well where I'm... well, I don't want to speak ill of any of the places that I've worked at, but I was in a position where I was at a fairly... I was as close as you could get to supervisor at that company, and excuse me, it was similar to that point where the people they were bringing in, and it wasn't at a point where it was like busy and they just needed the help. It was a not that busy point in time, and the manager was just kind of like, yeah, you know what, send them in, bring them in. It's like you got to show them how to do the job first, otherwise they're just gonna sit there on their phones all day. And that means we got a job to do. Yep. Ah, so this is Gaius's home base, basically. Okay. Sounds like we need to get in there. I'm kind of surprised I'm not standing up there with the rest of the Scions, but... Well, I'm a soldier first, so I guess that's why I'm over here with the rest of the crew. Well, yeah, we'd be no different from the Garleans. Because despite the fact that they're all different, they all wear the same armor, and they all do the same evil things. Generally speaking, of course. I don't want to stereotype Garlean citizens who are back at home perfectly okay with it. Like, oh, they're just, you know, keeping the peace out in the field. Oh, if only you knew. Don't stumble now, Minfilia. We need a heroic speech right now, and you don't need to be excusing yourself during the heroic speech. Yeah, because this fight is for Eorzea. It's not about our differences, it's about keeping the one thing we all have in common safe. Oh, okay. I guess they're gonna name me anyway. Not for me, Alfie Node. With me. Okay, cool. So we gotta get in there and disable the Magitech generator. And then we can turn our eyes on the Ultima weapon. Cool. What do you think, Sid? It's been a crazy journey so far, but we're almost at the end here. Ah, okay. Sounds good. Thanks, Sid. You keep yourself safe, too. Minfilia? Yeah, no, they're not gonna get me in here. I've come too far to die now. Saying that, I probably will die once, twice, 3 times, several times inside of the place, so... Yes, for Eorzea indeed. Okay, I'll see what I can do. Alright, so we now have another duty in the duty finder there. We can access the Castrum Meridianum. Meridanium? You got me on that one. Okay, let me get on Discord real quick before I get this all going. See if SB's online, maybe. Maybe? Away from computer. Let's see. Oh, is this the quick one? Gotcha. Have to head out to meet someone from 5 o'clock to 5:30, so probably miss both dungeons. Might be back before the end of the second, but the first will take too long before you have to leave. Okay. So SB cannot join us for the first dungeon, most likely, but the second one might be able to do it. Alright, cool. So, Todd, if you'd like to join in, just jump into that multiplayer chat there in the break room on the Discord server, and I'll drag you in. And then we'll be good to go. I'll set myself up in there real quick as well. I'm talking to myself. Not that that's a real shock to the system or anything. I used to talk to myself for these sorts of videos on YouTube all the time. I mean, I was talking to other people because I was talking to people who would watch the video, but it could have been days before that happened, so it might as well have been classified as talking to myself. Let's see here. Alright, here we go. Let's bring Todd in here. Okay, there we go. Hey, Todd. Alright, let me have a seat right here.
Yeah, it would probably help to actually have the mic on, huh?
Oh, yeah, that might be a little helpful, yeah. How's it going?
I'm just gathering. It's boring, but...
Oh, okay.
trying to do it.
Right. How long till you work tonight?
5 hours.
Oh, okay. So not really enough time to get some sleep in, huh?
I already slept.
Oh.
I'll live with a nap if I have to.
Okay.
I usually do.
Okay. Well, you know what I always say. I always say don't work too hard, and that holds true here as well. So.
Why is one of my retainers still selling something? I thought I took all my stuff off of them.
Not sure.
I don't know.
Okay, party's up in the party finder. Password's the same as always, 3590. So.
Where's the rest of my money? I don't remember which retainer I hit it on.
Oh. I usually pull it off of my retainers, so I usually don't end up hiding it.
Well, my retainers are holding about 8 million, so I mean...
Yeah, that would make the difference then.
I almost reset your class. Let's not do that.
Ooh, yeah, that wouldn't have been good. Jesus Christ, Confucius has over 10,000 HP.
Yeah, your show propose will eventually get up there.
He's up there, all right.
There you are.
Okay, cool.
So it's on this retainer, maybe? I don't know.
It's got to be somewhere, Todd. It's got to be
Okay, it is
somewhere.
this retainer.
Okay. Castrum Meridianum, or however you're supposed to say. Ooh, 200 tomestones, nice.
Yes, this is when you start the end game grind, so they start you off nice and easy with a bunch of tomestones on top of your first completion bonus.
Nice. Let's see, so that's going to make me quit the party finder. Let's see what we can get here. I think it's going to take a little bit, though, because this is another 8-man, right?
Yep.
Okay. So it might take us a little bit to find something, but that's okay. I got time.
Oh my god, this is finally level 60. Now I just have to get gear.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna buy gear, forget this.
With all the money you've got, I mean, you know, won't take too long. So you're going machinist for this one, Todd?
Yes, I feel like using a gun today.
Okay, fair enough. Using that high technology in the place of high technology. I can dig it.
What do I still need? Accessories? Yeah, I still need accessories. RIP. Accessories are usually the expensive part. I went goldsmith specifically to make my own accessories, but they spread them out so far in the levels.
Oh, jeez. How's the goldsmith quest line? Like, you were saying that the end of it wasn't as good as leatherworkers there.
It was something alright. Oops.
Excuse me. See, maybe I should have saved a couple of quests for now so I could do them while I was waiting for this to come up.
That's exactly why I gather.
Makes sense.
Because if you end up doing, if you, let's say, are a DPS main, you are finally hitting the point where you may start to have like 10-minute queue times.
Oh, okay.
It depends on what you're running.
I think I can actually see that. Yes, I can. Reserving server.
Oh, wow, is that really still doing that?
That's what that says on the duty status, reserving server.
People have been saying that's been happening regardless of what they run in Party Finder.
Oh. What does that mean exactly?
It depends. Reserving server, despite the fact that we're in a Party Finder. Well, actually, yeah, something's up with the instances for the servers. Well, something's up with the servers hosting the instances, because as you can see, we have everyone.
Yeah.
But it says we still have a wait time of more than 30 minutes.
Yeah, that is a little weird, huh? Hey, SB, how's it going?
That's probably what the emergency maintenance is for.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll see how long it takes here.
That is not supposed to happen.
Yeah. Let's see. I think we have everyone for the first dungeon there, SP, but this will only be the first one, so you can definitely jump in for the second one. If we can get into the first one here.
Yeah, that's the thing.
It's a big if.
Botanist tools.
Yeah, do the first, do the second. That's true, yeah. That is very true.
292 grand, but at least it's high quality.
Ah. That's a bit on the expensive side. I've probably spent that much on everything I've ever bought, so. SB wants to jump in, Todd, so I'm gonna probably cancel this one, withdraw from it, and then we'll retry it.
That's perfectly fine. We'll see what happens.
Okay.
Because sounds to me like the servers are still freaking out.
Okay. So let's go to Party Finder. I'll redo the Party Finder thing there, SB, so we can recruit you in.
Where's the thing I just bought?
Let's see. I think that's everything that should be. Yeah. Okay. Same password as always there, SB3590.
Why is it
So
telling
we'll
me
let
I
you
can't
jump
change
in.
here?
Online and in multiplayer. Okay. Gotcha. Oh, can I just pull you in from my friends list into this, or into this party? Let's see.
Well, maybe. You do still have the password up, so they probably still need that.
Oh, there we go.
On that, you might be able to do it.
Yeah, it didn't show me it when I right-clicked on their name there, but SB's in the group anyway, so we're good. Let me pull you into the stream chat there, SB. Hang on one sec. Let's see. Let me pull you into the stream chat there. Echo, 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 echo. Hey, SB, how's it going?
Okay, that actually freaked me out for a second.
Sorry.
It's fine.
Okay, so now I can close out the Party Finder, and we can jump into Castrum. I think. It looks like there's a couple of people lined up here who are waiting to get in, so maybe they'll be with us. Oh, that's right. Yeah, Todd, you got to go back on Machinist for 2 seconds. Sorry.
My bad, I was equipping gear.
No, that's okay. Yeah, there's a tank out here, and there's... oh, no, that's an NPC. Never mind. Okay. So with that in the way... Oh, Mike is still on Let You Steal Back. Okay. All right, SB, no problem. I will click join as soon as you get back.
I should probably grab a miner, a new hammer, and a new pickaxe for 60, huh?
It might be useful, yeah.
It depends. They might cost more than I want to spend money on.
Yeah, that's always a possibility. Don't want to end up with that happening.
Okay, if I try and buy both of them right now, it will cost me almost $500,000.
Aye.
It's worth it because they're both high quality, and if you know what you're doing, I can probably carry these up until from 60 to 70. The problem is, do I really want to spend $500,000?
That's entirely on you, Todd. That amount there is more than I've ever had, so I couldn't really say one way or the other.
Hello.
Hey, SB, got the mic back.
Yep.
Nice. Okay.
I'm gonna switch to healer because this dungeon is annoying if you're a tank because you have to actually like pay attention.
Okay. Sounds good. I'm gonna click join in about 10 seconds, so everybody just about ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is one thing that tanks used to do in this dungeon in particular that no one does that would speed it up by almost a good minute, but no one wants to do it anymore, so whatever.
The part where you disconnect from the server?
No, we never did that way back when. What we used to do was on the very last part where you have to turn off the last bit of the last few lights.
Yeah.
You would basically do a relay with one tank doing something, and then they'd swap with the other tank, and the other tank would start doing it. So you basically have continuous progress, as opposed to doing what people do now, where they do one thing, they stop to do one thing, and then they keep going.
Oh.
I mean, this dungeon's nobody knows how to do this dungeon anyway because people keep wipe for like stupid reasons.
Oh jeez.
People used to
Like people like the thing before the last boss where people will pull all of the enemies there at the same time.
Yeah, you aren't supposed to touch those enemies.
Oh, okay.
The game basically implies you should never touch those enemies, and people do it anyway.
Hmm.
It makes me sad.
Game told you. Only got one person to blame in that case, and that would be yourself.
Yeah.
There's a person named Anxiety Attack.
Oh. That was
like
me
that.
when I was practicing in Stone Vigil earlier.
That's actually a really nice greatsword. Good choice on Dark Knight, Kieran, friend.
Hmm.
Is he doing Dark Knight?
They're level like 68, so I assume they're trying to finish the last of their leveling.
Ah, okay. Gotcha.
Oh, I thought you meant Jimmy was gonna do Dark Knight, and I was like, why did he say this?
Oh, no. I haven't revealed which class I'm going to take yet, so...
Except that it's not Astrologian or Machinist.
Right. Yeah, it's not going to be either one of those because Cole wants Astrologian and Machinist. I mean, I won't say I haven't thought about it, but it seems the consensus is it's not a good job.
It's not that, I guess I exaggerate when I say it's bad, it's just extremely hard. It is very hard to play and get the most out of it.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
That's partially because Square has never been sure what they want to do with Machinist. It's been revamped at least 3 different times since its inception 4 years ago.
Yeah, the dream of the dream scenario for it is I have a gun, unlike the other classes which have more like defined stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So what can you do with a gun? You can do an infinite number of things, especially when they start adding other random inventions to the arsenal.
Right.
Like the drone. You might have seen drones or
Mm-hmm.
grenades or the flamethrower, which are present.
Yeah,
Right.
the flamethrower in Stormblood, where they're like, oh yeah, by the way, we figured out how to make a flamethrower.
I was just selling a whole bunch of random stuff in my inventory, including 19 silver Allegan.
Oh, well, good. That gives you a little extra money there to work
That's
with.
like, I forget how much that is. 19 times 500 is like not an even number. It's
9,500, something like. Or wait.
That's like 3850.
Okay. It's really fun to play. Well, again, it's kind of in a maybe situation right now with Machinists. So.
I was incredibly off.
Oh, that's okay.
I think I was thinking it was like 19,000 times 5. Or it was like 1900 times 5.
Oh, okay. Okay. I see. That's okay.
1900 is a much bigger number.
Right. That's okay.
Math
Not a
is
problem.
hard.
Yeah, math is hard. But yeah, it's kind of... Astrologian's right out. I know I'm not doing Astrologian because I know Cole wants to pick that up. Machinist is kind of in a maybe situation right now because I know it's gonna take a lot for me to like SP was saying. It's gonna take a lot for me to get it all out of that class. So.
Yeah, it also depends on when you start because I'm told that for Shadowbringers they are reworking it more than the other classes. It's getting a big revamp, so it might be better if you want to pick it up to wait.
Okay.
Yeah, they're just gonna keep revamping Machinists at this point. I remember back when we had 5 bullets, not 3.
Oh.
The issue is, I think it has more burst and less DPS than a bow, than Archer, which is weird. I think but the issue with that specifically.
I don't really know how you'd balance that though. Like the only experience I have with something similar to Machinist is when you use guns in Final Fantasy XII, and they just balanced the guns in that by giving them incredibly low attack power, but having them ignore an enemy's defense. So.
I thought guns were also part of the archetype with like hand bombs and axes, where the damage they dealt was actually kind of random.
I think it is somewhat random, but it's less random than hand bombs and axes because hand bombs and axes still have like other stats involved with the damage calcs, including defense. Final Fantasy XII for the different weapon types.
I swear hand bombs and axes just can't make up their mind for how much damage they want to do.
Nope, they can't. 1 minute you'll do max damage, the next minute you'll do 300 with the same golden axe. So.
Yeah.
Usually why I don't use them. So.
I used hand bombs at one point just because I wanted to try them, and I was more upset that I couldn't get consistent damage. Other than that, I honestly didn't care.
Oh, yeah.
It was nice having something that could hit ranged enemies without telekinesis.
Yes, yeah, that's always a good thing. Hey, Kira, how's it going? Good evening. Remember in 3.0.
Needing telekinesis for things is usually really inconvenient.
Yes, yeah. Especially in 12 because it's hidden behind like a ton of other licenses. So.
Oh! I thought you meant like just you need to be basically a superhuman.
I mean, at that point you basically are, yeah, because in 12 to get telekinesis, you had to buy your way through basically the entirety of the license board for techniques up to that point. It's the last technique you get. So by that point you're practically in the end game and you're superhuman anyway. So.
Yeah.
By that point, you don't need telekinesis. You've already figured out how to deal with enemies that
Yep.
can fly.
Yep.
The only reason you get it is because you're running around because you missed out on you missed a side quest or something, so you're backtracking and there's a flying enemy just pops up and you have your two-handed sword out.
Yep. And with Zodiac Age, you basically didn't need it at all because, at least I didn't need it when I played Zodiac Age, because it was like, oh, well, I have a black mage in my party. Now I have this stuff in my party. I don't even need telekinesis. Just equip a bow on somebody, and then I'm good.
So Cole's not here, yes?
Right, yeah. He will be back for streams next week. He's back Monday night, so he'll probably not be here until like the second or third stream of that week.
Okay. Today has been a roller coaster of events because I went as I said in the chat, I went to meet someone at 5 to plan for a D&D thing that they're joining. That's my game campaign.
Oh, okay.
And then they canceled while I was waiting there at like 5:15 because it's Valentine's Day and they'd forgotten.
Oh, jeez.
It's maybe not so great.
Yeah, no, that's.
Then on the way back, I was like, I can maybe do this if I get back in time, and I did. And now we're here.
Yes. Now we're here with an average wait time of 11 minutes, which is a little bit better than the reserving server thing.
Yeah. It went down. It was 24 minutes last I saw.
Yeah, it went down, so. Cross our fingers here.
Yeah. I should go find like a place to go do something, or I'm just gonna
Yeah, I was telling Todd I probably should have grabbed the side quests and done them after I registered for this. So, oh well.
People in my server's novice network are blaming it on the new Eureka that just came out because so many people are in all of the instances are kind of being reserved for Eureka.
Oh.
I can't confirm that because I never went into the original step for Eureka because didn't play for 6 months.
Oh, okay.
Is there a limited number of instances the game can host at a time on the server? I mean, I assume it would be yes, but
is. This is honestly just reminding me of the Stormblood pre-release all over again, where there's so many people trying to run instanced content that the servers can't handle it. Because Eureka in this game is essentially open. Well, it's not open world, but you can have a lot of people in it.
Yeah. It's an arbitrarily large amount of people you can have.
Oh.
It's basically an open world dungeon, but it has additional mechanics that involve killing enemies in a certain way to get like elemental affinity. To get like bonuses, and then you get like I don't really understand it because it's kind of obtuse to me, but basically it's a thing that you can use to get really high-end gear.
Oh, okay.
And also you can do it ties in with some plot stuff, but nobody cares about that at that point.
Okay.
I mean, I'm sure there are people. I mean, the people who you'd have to be really into plot and also really into high-end, hard endgame content, which is not mutually exclusive, but it's not a lot of overlap in the game Venn diagram.
Okay. Gotcha. You're a bit, Kira? Well, I'm doing pretty good. Currently waiting on the game to play, but other than that, I'm doing pretty good. After Diadem and 3.0, hate all their attempts at an instanced open world. Can't say I've done Diadem either.
I think that's the equivalent for Heaven's Word, but no, but it's not done much anymore because it doesn't even tie into the gear it has is now very outdated.
Oh, the Diadem, or as my friends and I called it, the Diadome.
Oh.
Doug Dimmadome, over of the Dimmadome stuff. I can't say it, but you know what I'm saying.
Doug Dimmadale, owner of the Dimmadale Dimmadome.
Owner of the Dimsdale Diadome.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, that. You guys got it.
Yeah, that.
Picking up for my slack.
It's okay. We gotcha.
Because this is
You
what
and
happens
nobody
when we
else
get
ever
started.
again.
This
Oh,
is
the
what
time
happens
went
when
up.
We all just get bored.
Yeah.
Time went up. Yeah.
Time went up. 14 minutes now.
It went down. I'm not sure why it went down. Usually it just continues to go as people, as the timer goes on.
Mm-hmm.
I've not seen it go down.
I've not seen anybody added to the party, which is a little concerning.
Maybe it just went down because the instances opened up and now it's just waiting for people.
Oh,
It took
okay.
off like
Yeah,
10 minutes.
that could be.
I think Duty Finder's honestly just having a hiccup because I did get into my 70 roulette earlier. It took about half an hour of me waiting in line because I was a bar instead of a tank, but I did get in.
Glad I'm doing well. Yeah, thanks, Kira. Don't think there could be a more dead piece of content than they had him in the game. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, no one does diadem anymore because there's no point.
Yeah, it's from what I've seen of Eureka, it isn't really that it's fun, it's that it has good rewards. So once the rewards are no longer good, which I assume would be a similar case with that diadem, then there's not really any bonus to it because it's not really enjoyable play. It's just you get stuff.
Right, yeah.
It's like at that point you're doing a job.
Yeah.
Except you're not getting paid enough.
Right.
When you get paid better.
Yeah, Eureka and the diadem are both suffer from the design flaw of their in the moment content. Once we move further along in the expansions, you don't really want to do improvement.
Okay.
I don't really understand how the elemental thing works in Eureka.
I've never actually been into Eureka, so I would have to ask someone else. I don't personally know how it works because I just didn't care to go into it.
So that's the blind leading the blind.
Pretty much.
It just adds a lot of mechanics, and they aren't really fun mechanics. They're like you have to build up stuff, and so it's kind of a chore.
Okay.
And there's certain ways that you have to like summon the big monsters for the best bonuses, but they can't. But Squeenix cannot decide how to get between people. Just cheese it all the time because it's too uneven. It's too hard, so people figure out ways to break it and ruin how people play it.
Right. They just cheese their way through.
Or it's too easy. Or it's too easy and everyone can have the stuff and they want to gate it.
Right.
Because there's like a cheese thing where like you can summon certain enemies. But people were supposed to like do things independently and like fight monsters and then group up to fight stuff. But instead they would just wander around in one big group, instantly kill anything they came across. And eventually, after like 20 minutes of it, they would just like have a big monster and they would all kill it.
Oh.
So there wasn't really any. So it wasn't how they were supposed to play, quote unquote.
It's mostly just grinding levels and then grinding ads for crystals to buy weapons. Yeah, it sounds pretty much like what SB was saying.
Yeah, you have to grind your elemental level with certain things until you can do stuff.
Oh.
So different monsters are affiliated with different elements.
It's basically Stormblood's version of the endgame relic weapons, but it's been a mixed bag through and through from what I've heard. Where it first came out and I basically heard nothing but mixed bag comments. It was either this is the worst thing we've ever done, or this is literally the most fun content ever in the game. There wasn't much in between. And it hasn't really gotten any better in terms of comments since then.
Oh.
I've never done it, so I can't judge.
Right.
If somebody else is smarter than me and has done it, maybe they could say something. Where is this tree? There it is.
It's definitely the worst relic weapons yet.
Maybe I might as well switch to tank, but at this point, you know.
Nah, we might as well just ride this wave till it's done, you know?
Yeah.
We got this.
It's sunk cost fallacy or not.
Yeah.
Is it worth waiting out?
Yeah. Nobody's joined the party anyway, even with you being on a healer, so it's like, well, might as well wait it out. Ozma Savage looks really cool, but you hate Eureka, so you'll never do it. You can just go fight Ozma in Final Fantasy IX there, Yugman. He's pretty savage in that game, too. So. Yeah, Kira, servers are struggling. Yep. That's
I heard that the new Eureka has a proto-Ozma, and it's literally the trolliest thing I've ever seen.
How so?
Is it worse than the boss that requires basic math skills?
I saw a clip from a Twitch stream that was honestly the funniest thing I've ever seen, because Proto-Ozma does the one thing that, if you remember from the 24-man he's in, where he sucks everyone up and pulls you all into the other dimension. He did that to the group that was fighting him in Eureka, and it kicked them out of the dungeon they were in, because it's apparently an expulsion mechanic in that one.
Oh my god.
So it sucks them in and then they just get reset?
You have been kicked from the dungeon. Wait, what?
Yeah, basically.
That's terrible.
They just were all standing outside the dungeon again. I was just like, wow, this is literally back when game designers were allowed to be dicks, but never making games.
Which 24-man is this?
The 24-man that Ozma's in is the Weeping City of Mach.
Oh, I forget which one that is. That's like a Heaven's stuff, right?
Yeah, that's the second Heaven's Word one.
Yeah, and so Diadem is Eureka. The 24-man, Rabanastra and Rabanastra and Mach are the Crystal Tower, and Coils and Alexander are whatever the third thing is. Omega Skate.
Oh, okay. What's a prime number? Yeah.
No, please stop.
It's a dungeon mechanic that reduces people to a certain amount of hit points, and then they have to stand in a place depending on what their number is, what their hit points are divisible by.
Oh, okay.
It's reduced to like double digits.
Oh,
and
so
then if
okay.
you screw it up, you get a huge damage down, and you won't be able to clear the ads that appear before the boss wipes you, I believe.
It's not.
So people have to do like basic math skills in order to clear the dungeon. And shockingly, people did not know that, and then those that do don't really do well with math.
Okay.
It's hilarious because the meme when that came out was, I never thought I'd ever have to bring a calculator to an MMO.
That's almost definitely not true.
Because apparently people don't know how to make a number divisible by 3.
How many seconds do you have to do this?
And then you have to stand in things to change the value of that hit points to a prime number, right?
What's a good way to describe it? Yeah, think of it like this: the boss reduces your HP to 4, and then he casts divide by 3. Okay, now you need to make your HP divisible by 3. Well, you can stand in the 2 spot, which will make your HP
it 6. Okay, I see.
It's that simple and easy, and I sometimes see people get all of them wrong.
Oh, oh, jeez.
Or even better, the one where he uses the move where you have to make your HP value a prime number, and the game does actually tell you what the prime numbers are if you read the little thing right before the fight, but most people don't read it.
How many seconds do you have to do this? Like, does he give you 5, 10, any?
I think you get like somewhere in between 5 and 10 seconds. It's a very plentiful amount of time.
It would be appropriate to. It could be 7 or 8 or 9.
Okay.
All of those would be good numbers for this. Because 7 is a low prime number. It's not the lowest. There's like 3 lower than it.
Yeah, 1, 3, and 5 are all prime too.
Yeah.
2 is also a prime number.
Yes, although I think that's debatable for mathematicians, but for our sake, we'll say it's a prime number. What?
Yeah, because you can divide it by 2, but you can also only divide 1 in itself. It's just that itself is also 2.
Right.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's probably 8 because 8 is a really good number for division.
I mean, that seems like a decent enough amount of time. I was thinking, well, I might fail it if we go do it, but only if there's if it's like a 5-second or 3-second raid-wide AoE, I'd be like, okay, I'm dead. But
it doesn't kill you when you mess it up. It just puts a debuff on you that makes you do a lot of damage, and if you don't do enough damage afterwards, it will summon a bunch of enemies, and if you don't kill all of them, you'll die.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So so theoretically you could mess it up, but in practice you can't really because
Right.
you'll not be able to clear the next mechanic.
Right.
It's like you actually can mess it up to some degree, but I've seen people mess up all of them, and it's funny watching it because it makes me think people can't do basic math. I'm bad at math now, and I can still do these. Like,
well, if we get to it, we'll see how good or bad or in between I am at it.
I'm not sure you're gonna get that far because this is Stormblood content.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is like the end of Stormblood.
Oh, okay. Yep.
On the
Might
plus
not get
side,
that
you
far.
could be encouraged to do it by the fact that this is like Rabanastra content.
That
Yeah.
is true. Final Fantasy XII
I
content
should
is
probably
tempting.
unlock the new 24-man, huh?
I'm gonna say who really wants to read in a video game. Well, when you're playing with friends and everything, it just it all sorts of blends together after a while, Conquer, because it depends on how your attention span is. If you can multitask on those things, playing with your friends and reading, then you're in good shape. But if you can't, well, then you have a little trouble.
Also depends on if you are in like a voice chat, and in which case, as long as you can get people to shut up long enough for one person to explain it.
Yeah, that's true. With 8 people, I imagine that's a little hard. Out of curiosity, what happens if you don't get in by the usual stream close time? Panic?
We'll be set back, but you'll probably be able to do it on set.
Yeah, see, this is a new thing for me. This has never happened before where I've had to wait out the servers like this, because I've never played an MMO before for this channel or ever. So I'm really not sure, Kira. Probably not Panic, though. Probably not Panic. Like, if we get to 7 o'clock and we're still waiting on this one specifically, then I might say, you know what, screw it, because the emergency maintenance is tonight. So worst comes to worst, I mean, I might even say, you know what, we're going to schedule another stream tomorrow. It's like, so we do 5 this week instead of 4, so I can actually get in, and I'll just clip out this chunk of the stream or something when I'm hosting it on YouTube and be like, this is part A of this episode, and this is part B when we actually get in. So
You can just do like a highlights from us talking.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. So.
Because that's probably all that's going to happen.
Okay.
Yeah, like I said,
It might be not. It might happen. It might happen.
We'll
like
see.
I said, Viewfinder's having hiccups. It's not no one is getting in. It's that some people are not getting in, some people are, but the people who are taking forever.
The same paladin is still out here that was here when I first got here, so I'm assuming that he's been waiting longer than I have. He was standing here when I got here for the cutscene, so this might take a while, folks.
Just running around, unlocking content that I was too lazy to unlock before.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't know if there's any like other things you can really do other than just like random side.
Yeah, like I said, I probably should have come here, gotten the cutscene, taken the duty for this, and gotten into the duty finder, then gone off and done the level 50 Leatherworkers Guild quest, the Coddle 9 quest that I did. I made Cole's punching gloves, and then
But you couldn't have known that it would take like an hour.
Yeah, I guess that's
or,
true.
Half an hour or whatever.
I guess that's true.
I think the worst part about this is that Square basically declared emergency maintenance, so even they didn't even realize that this was going to happen.
Yeah, I logged in this morning and I was like, I wonder why they need to do this. But now we know.
I like that when the paladin crouched. It just looked like he had Alphino's name tag over.
Oh.
Because Alphino is so short.
Right. Are you over here? I've got the camera turned, so I didn't see you over here.
No, I'm just watching on your screen.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
I don't have anywhere particular to be.
I don't even know what in the world people are doing anymore in this area. I mean, it's a Stormblood area, it's a town, everyone is talking in shout chat.
Oh.
It's weird because people are just, it's very clear people are bored trying to queue for content.
Yeah.
Like how someone just said they saw a Vieira the other day.
Oh.
What,
that
like
couldn't
in
be a...
Ravenaster?
No, they mean in this game. They mean in town. They saw a player.
That's not a...
Yeah, there's no way they saw an actual Vieira player.
Yeah.
So everyone is just...
Unless it was a dev being a troll and wandering with like a prototype model.
I don't even think the devs do that here. I honestly think...
Isn't Fran from 12 in one of the dungeons, though?
I was not paying attention, and I don't remember anymore.
Okay. I could have sworn I heard that somewhere, that they put, like, they just stuck her into one of the dungeons. I don't...
I think... Google says yes. And also that that apparently their workaround for the Vieira feet was just to not give them Vieira feet.
Oh,
so they don't have high heels for feet anymore?
No, they don't. Presumably because they could not... apparently the big issue was that they would have had to manually redesign every footwear to fit them.
Okay, I could see how that would be a bit of an issue. That's like hundreds of feet pieces.
It's an awful lot.
Yeah, to go through.
I'm honestly not surprised. I just was really hoping we wouldn't get Vieira at all, because I'm not even trying to be pessimistic. I just know it's going to be like Aura when Heaven's Word came out, and everyone's going to be changing to Vieira just because they want to be bunny people.
I just want my monster dudes. They're not going to have any now because they added another girl with ears race.
Oh, friends in the last 24, man. Okay, gotcha.
I was really hoping we would see like Numo or other Evilisian races, and then
Banga.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, I was really hoping for them, but then they caved and gave us Vieira, and
because of course they did.
I don't know, man. If the Garif were in the next expansion, I would probably still be playing this after April 26th. But
Garif would actually be a really cool race to add to the game.
Yep. Because you don't get a whole lot of history out of them in any of the Evilise games, really.
I think the Garif NPC appears. Let me look.
Okay.
But again, it appears in the Evilise plotline thing.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. That would make sense.
Which, they could be present. They would just be like. They would probably be like one of the weird races that are like the Lupin, which you see in Stormblood, or like the Kikirin, or the Mamuja, where they are beast tribe-like, but they don't seem to have primals.
Oh, okay.
Which is good for them as far as integrating with people. The Lupin, I desperately wish would have been a playable race, but they're not going to be because they apparently decided, hey, let's make these wolf people, and then let's not actually give them anything to do in the story.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, that's literally what happened with the Lupin. They exist for a couple of side quests, and they sort of help progress the plot, but not really.
At the end, there's like the one squadron that you have to talk to.
Yeah, but
that's when Alphino unveils his like 4th or 5th weird carbuncle that the player doesn't get.
Oh.
Yeah.
And
Alphino has created like 2 or 3 different carbuncles that players will probably never be able to summon.
Yeah, although as I pointed this out in the past, the NPCs get cool things the players can't do, because otherwise the players would just do everything.
Well,
and then it would be even more obvious that the player was just being made to do things because they're the player.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah, Alphino gets like a couple. Alphino just like invents carbuncles or something.
Yeah.
And then the fact that like 80% of everything Ishtola does in combat is make a force field, which no one in the game can really do. Well, there are like barrier things, but they're not like lock effects. They're reduced damage or like give regenerating health to people in the area.
Oh.
Which is more game balance, but also less fun than making an invulnerable wall to protect people.
Right, that would be pretty badass.
Okay, someone is literally calling this the Q-pocalypse.
I think we hit this at just the wrong time, ladies and gentlemen.
We did.
The timing, honestly, isn't anyone's fault.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
I take that back. I still blame Square for this. They probably knew that they would need servers up and didn't put them up, just like with the Stormblood pre-release.
I think what we'll do then is we'll go until 6:30 my time, which is about another 15 minutes. If we don't get into this one, I'll just call it a day because obviously we're not getting too far here. And we'll come back either tomorrow or Saturday, and we'll queue up for it.
I won't be here Saturday, so I would like it to be tomorrow.
So tomorrow, then we'll make an emergency stream tomorrow to get into
I won't
the.
Be here tomorrow then. Anyway, never mind.
Oh, okay.
The person I was going to meet today for D&D canceled, so I'm meeting him tomorrow. And then on Saturday, I have a different D&D group meeting.
Okay. Well, then let's hope we get in here.
It also requires me to be present for voice chat.
Right. Well, then let's hope we get in here sometime.
So we're gonna have an emergency stream in response to the emergency maintenance?
Pretty much, yeah. They forced my hand, you see.
That's actually kind of ironic.
You okay over there?
I'm literally just trying to unlock a piece of content, and I have done nothing but run back and forth for about 5 minutes now.
Wasn't too happy with the Bunny Girl video they put out. Wanted them to either be the tallest or smallest race besides the Lalafell. Yeah, they usually are pretty tall, Vera, but I mean, I guess the thing in 12, the reason why a lot of them were really tall was that the vast majority of them walked on those high heels, so they added like 8 inches at least to their frame. So
I wouldn't say.
I don't actually know what Vera feet look like. I just know that they're.
I would say 8 inches would be kind of stretching, because that's actually a lot higher than you'd think.
Yeah, on heels, yeah, that would be pretty high. Vera feet look like, let's see.
It literally looks like a person. It literally looks like a person wearing a pair of high-heeled shoes.
Yeah.
Except they're probably like 4 or 5 inch heels.
Yeah, they're platform shoes. They're like super raised up. So
the wiki describes them as leopardine, which I happen to know is what is drawing from rabbit, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So you know.
Yeah. I mean, if their feet were any higher up, they'd have like those things that other animals have when they have 4 legs, where their knees bend in the opposite direction of human knees, basically. I don't know the technical term. I think you just said it.
They might actually be digitigrade. Depend.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no. I think what digitigrade means you walk on your toes, basically.
Yeah.
Animals that are like dogs or whatever are digitigrade because what looks like their ankle is actually like the bone, and it's actually like their heel essentially.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Whereas with a plantigrade, which is a human, the heel touches the ground.
Okay, that makes sense. See, I'm learning something today.
Right here.
Starting armor is what Fran wears. That has the high heels, but it's the only set, they said.
Okay, that's enough. I'm literally looking at her model right now because she is in the game. I was unlocking the last 24 man because it's been out for, I want to say 2 months now, and I only just now getting to it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Unhelpfully, I think Fran's model in 14 is actually just her in literal high heels, but her feet are not high heels.
Oh.
Yeah, she's in actual high heel shoes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She's in actual high heels that make it look like she's just normal feet in shoes.
They still probably put on like 4 or 5 inches, but still.
Yeah.
Not the same, huh?
No, it's not the same.
Gotta be a pain in the ass, though, walking around with those high-heeled shoes on all the time.
Am I ever going to actually unlock the content, or are they gonna keep doing this to me?
What are you trying to unlock?
Orbone. The last 24 man of Stormblood.
Oh, okay.
They just keep having me run back and forth talking to people, and I'm tired. Okay, there. We unlocked it, finally.
I hate to say it, but having people walking back and forth between people until they give you the thing you're looking for is kind of a thing.
It may be a thing, but they're going overboard here.
I mean, there's always that. I mean, sometimes they just give you extraneous, like, stuff that you need to do and like make a joke of it. Like when you're chasing the guy in Gridania earlier, because he's a traitor, and the narration in your journal just gets increasingly exasperated at like that you just gotta go after him again because he keeps walking away.
Yep. Yeah.
Yet again. Or the time you have to fill a bucket in the river and you have to interact with it like 4 times in a row.
Just to
for
get
no
the bucket of water.
real reason, because you're just putting a bucket in the water. But you have to manually interact for each step.
The reason why this one is bad is because you have to keep moving between what's essentially a town and 2 separate instances.
Oh.
As
Is
in
this,
there's a town.
Is it Hell's Lit? Is it the Hell's Lit thing?
No, well, no, it's not. It's worse than Hoslet. It's literally you go into Kugane, you go to the airship landing, which it literally is its own instance. Then you go to the airship, and then they want you to go back down to Kugane for something. And you spend, I literally just spent probably close to 10 minutes just running back and forth, and I hate these people.
Nobody ever said being an adventurer was easy. Now you're getting great cardio.
I love how I just look at my machinist and I'm level 51 and it takes a little over 1,000,000 EXP to go to 52, and then I look at Bard and, well, not Bard, but Dark Knight, and I'm level 67 and it takes 8.5 million to go to the next level.
8.5 million?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's significant.
XP needs go up pretty fast.
Yeah.
After a certain point.
So I don't know if
first, 10
sorry,
levels pretty quickly, and then just get slower from there.
Right. So I don't know if anybody caught that just a second ago. The air in my throat caught for a second because it said everything was ready. We had 2 of 2 tanks, 2 of 2 healers, and 4 of 4 DPS. And then it went back to 2 of 2 and 1 of 4. So I was like,
Yeah.
I didn't even notice.
I know, I heard it, I just wasn't sure what the heck it was.
Yeah, that's what that was.
Yeah, the wait time is more than 30 minutes despite you bring 2 healers in the party. Duty Finder's on life support right now.
Well, we got 8 more minutes before I call an emergency session tomorrow. So.
On the plus side, I had something else that I was going to be able to do instead.
Oh, okay. What was that?
So, you know, this is not the end of the world.
You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, from what we know, Youngman, it seems that they are having a problem with generating new instances because of the servers and the fact that the new Eureka thing just opened up and Eureka is made out of instances, like, nested.
Okay.
So, like, from my understanding, the Eureka itself is an instance, and then the dungeon that is in Eureka now is an open instance that is, like, one within Eureka.
Oh, okay.
So it's overlapped a new thing with an old thing, and both of them are. Yeah.
So it's instanceception right now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well,
someday the dictionary is going to have to include that as the sole definition for inception because nobody uses it for what it actually means now.
Well, what does it actually mean? Yeah, tell us what it actually means.
An inception is the start of something.
Right. Okay.
You'll have I was with the company since its inception. You were with it since it began.
Right. That makes sense.
Since it was created. So now people are just going to use it for the movie, and because the language changes now, an inception will mean something within something else, which is not what it was originally intended to.
Right. Yeah. Well, while we're waiting here in the last 5 or 6 minutes, I've still got it set up with the duty status and everything. I just closed the window. I am going to do something else here real quick. We're going to go to Ul'dah for a minute. Because, as you may know from earlier on in the stream, other than the Akatl 9 stuff, I'm done now with Leatherworker. I'm probably not going to do the Leatherworker quests into Heaven's Ward. So I said we're going to pick something else up, and I says, you know what, since we're sitting here anyway doing nothing while we're waiting, I might as well find something to do, and this is what I'm choosing to do because it won't take long. I don't need to go this way, though, so.
I've just been leveling Miner and Botanist, and then when I'm done with them, I should have the gear needed to go all the way back to, the actual Eorzea stuff.
Gotcha.
And I can start leveling the rest of my crafters up to 50 but that's still gonna be me doing beast tribes constantly for no reason.
Oh, yeah. It's funny though that you would, go ahead, SB, go ahead. Sorry, I'll wait.
There are beast tribes besides the XIV that are crafting based. If you didn't know.
Oh.
Yeah, the Mughals and who are they? The catfish.
Yeah, the Namazu, who are apparently hilarious. Because apparently their beast tribe thing is the world's going to end in 7 years according to our ancestors. Then every time you complete a quest, it's like, and then you prevented this thing that would have happened in 7 years. Like one of them is like you stop like some kind of food supply going on, so you make it so that the other the all living there 8 in 7 years wouldn't eat all of them when there was a food shortage.
Oh jeez.
And eventually you unlock you unlock mounts for all of the beast tribes to reach a certain point with, I believe.
Okay.
And theirs is basically just like whatever those things that are called that you have like the emperor on that people are carrying you on like a platform. It's one of those, but you're being carried by catfish that make squeaky rubber noises when they walk, and it can fly.
That's hysterical.
Because almost all the mounts can fly, so they're just like wiggling their tails really fast, and you're like flying into the air.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
It is. Someone came by to show it to me, and I was freaking out. And then they got attacked by monsters, and they were still in crafting class, so they were like, "Oh no!" I tried to run away, and they were getting chased.
I'm envisioning it. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it was a good time.
It sounds like it.
It's unfortunately also Stormblood stuff.
Okay, gotcha. Well, we'll see. We'll see what we get to. I mean, I'm saying we might not get to Stormblood, but it depends on how long Heavensward is, So.
Yeah, Heavensward is shorter.
Okay.
I believe
It's a lot shorter, but
it also feels like it goes faster because you go into stuff happening right away.
Oh, okay.
And you are like participating faster in A Realm Reborn. A lot of the plot gets set up, and then for the end of A Realm Reborn, a lot of it is not really stuff happening for a while.
Okay.
With Heavensward, the post content for like 3.0 is very good and relatively short and gets to the point. Do you know anything about what happens in Heavensward, incidentally, about like the general plot?
No idea.
Okay.
I've kept myself as unspoiled as possible about as much of this game as I could, so.
Okay. Not even like where it goes or like anything?
I know you go to Ishgard, but that's just from implication. Like, I implied that from the gate that's over in Kurthus, and they were like, hey, you need to go through here. In order to get to Ishgard, you need to have Heavensward. So. Yeah,
you go. You don't go to the actual city of Ishgard until Heavensward, and then you spend. It's a nice city, and by nice I mean, something. I don't know.
We'll see it when we get there. It won't be that long, and then we'll get it.
Depends on how you feel about the major conflict, which is like threefold things going on.
Okay.
There are, like, when you open up with Heavensward, I think there are, in A Realm Reborn, there are really a lot of plots that come down, especially in the 7th Astral Era, where I count at least like 7 different things going on.
Oh.
More or less in the time between the end of A Realm Reborn and Heavensward. In Heavensward, it's much more focused on things that are actually important and happening.
Okay.
I could probably count up more if I wanted. I was generalizing them, like all of the primals that appear. I could probably break them up individually.
Right. Incidentally, the thing that I was talking about we were gonna do, we're joining the Miners Guild.
Oh.
So Todd talking about Miner was actually kind of good coincidence.
Time while you're doing that, because we have in the time we have been talking 3 of the people we needed out of 5.
Okay. I won't take too long on this then. Let's just have a look.
Well, I mean more just let's not immediately end the stream now at 30 because we are actually getting close.
Okay. Yeah, I'll look at duty status then.
Where'd all these people come from?
Maybe they quit out of the other instance that we were in before, Todd, and now they're in again. I don't know. Just a guess.
Yeah, I think if you're interested in story stuff, Heavensward has the best story.
That's what I've heard.
So there's a lot of really good, interesting things that are happening in the plot, and it's very fun. The characters are good. People involved, I think in A Realm Reborn, there's a lot of time you spend around people, but not really with them, if that makes sense. And you definitely spend more time with
Okay.
in Heaven's Word.
Because that's kind of one of the gripes that I've had so far with The Realm Reborn, is that there's not as much to do with some of the important NPCs.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I think that you kind of go on a pilgrimage for a bit, and you get to know a lot of the people there. And it's very important that you do that, because I think the story works less well if you don't care about the people involved.
Right.
And you do, I think, because you spend a lot of time around them and see them like actually have character development.
Okay, well that sounds really good then.
Yeah, it's good. I like it, and I hope you get to the chance to get to the end of it, because it's really good.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll get to the end of it. I mean, we've got, let's see. My guess was we'd get up to 75 streams by the time we're done with this stuff. So I'm assuming we'll get done with everything in Heaven's Ward and possibly even the patch content by the end of it as well. So again, it depends on how long Heaven's Ward is, but I'm just making a rough estimate.
I would think at least finishing the Heaven's Word patch content is good, because it unlike in A Realm Reborn, it very directly carries over stuff that happens at the end of Heaven's Word.
Okay, gotcha.
Like A Realm Reborn is a lot of building up to things that will happen without necessarily talking about what just happened, because what just happened is, well, you'll see, but it's different.
Okay.
It doesn't get followed up as much.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, so let me check the duty status real quick to see how we're doing here.
We still need
1,
one
2, 3.
tank and 1 DPS.
Okay.
Also, take note, we've been in queue for 46 minutes and 47 seconds.
Yeah. We have been in there a while.
Been in longer, unfortunately. Before they added in the 24-man roulette, I tried to queue for one of the older ones, and I was in queue for like 3 hours.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
The 24-mans are a pain.
Hence why I was really, really hoping they would add 24-man roulette, and they eventually did.
Yeah, it's called Alliance Roulette.
Okay.
For Jimmy's sake. You don't get it until you unlock like 2 or 3 of the Alliance raids, which are the 24-man ones.
Gotcha. Okay, I'll keep my eyes out for it. Reason I should explain, I'm not going to do any more with the Miners Guild thing for right now, since we're pretty close, I think, to getting into the thing there. But the reason why I'm going to be joining the Miners Guild is primarily for glamour prisms. I have 2 retainers. I'm trying to get Matilda up to level 26 in Pugilist, so she can go out on ventures and get me Gigantoad skins, which is one of the components I need for glamour prisms. The other one I need is Element. Now I have a bunch left after the Leatherworker quest, but I'm going to need more if I make more glamour prisms. So Ghost Hammer is going to be a miner, and I have to get him up to level 19 in mining to unlock Element as a thing he can go out and get me. So most of what I will do with Miner will be off-screen. It'll probably be pretty much like what I do with Leatherworker, where I get up the prerequisite requirements before I do the quest. And since it's gathering, it's mostly going to be me just wandering out in the wilderness in certain places and, picking stuff up. I'm thinking the way that I'll do it is I'll, like off-screen, I'll go and I'll get the materials that they ask for the next quest that I have to do in the guild. And then I won't take the quest. And then when we come back on screen, I'll take the quest. I'll say, this is where I got it. Or I'll go there and I'll say, this is where I got it when I was mining. And then I'll just present it to them. So you guys can just see the story of the Miners Guild without having to watch me farm for hours in different nodes for materials.
Hit things with a pickaxe and a hammer.
Yes. Let's check here. Okay, still the same for right now. I'm gonna move this over real quick, the duty status, and I'm going to take the other, whatever this Lynette lady, the guild receptionist, the Miners Guild. I'm just gonna talk to her about the next thing with the Miners Guild, and we'll see how long that takes.
I mean,
what
you don't need to have it open. It's gonna be in the way of the text box.
Oh, okay. Well, it isn't even showing on my screen right now anyway, so
right.
it's, But let's get in there. Okay, so we have to go speak with the guild master, Adalberta there.
Yeah, whatever you're doing is way more interesting than what's happening in Kugane right now, because I don't know what these people are even talking about anymore. It sounds like someone just started an RP session.
Oh. Well, they're probably just whiling away time like we are right now, so waiting for their instances to go through. Okay, so Adalberta is over at the bar I like her already. Let me move this back. The tank quit. Out of
the one tank we had. No.
That's gonna complicate things. We'll stay for a little longer though. We'll go through this Miners Guild quest and see what it's got for me.
Mm-hmm.
At the very least, if we go through the first one, then I can kind of go off and do the prerequisites for the next quest in between streams there. So. Well, I worked hard and probably got a little dirty as well doing leather working, so I think this will be fine.
It is.
Think Duty Finder's broken. Sniper Wolf. Yeah, that's the experience we're having right now. So we'll see how broken it is in a few minutes. And hello, Sniper Wolf. How you doing?
I don't know who this person is. I've never seen them before. Hello.
Yes, welcome to the stream.
Yeah. I'm SB and I'm harassing my friends. I fight more for my friends by fighting them. They get stronger. Or, just get rid of me.
They're making a conga line with everyone doing the same dance emote. People are just that bored while waiting for things to happen.
Now I want to go there, man. Damn it. I can't go to Kugane yet. I'm not at Stormblood.
I don't even know what's happening anymore.
Oh, you've been waiting 2 hours to do a Duty Finder, Sniper Wolf? Yeah, that sounds like... Because Todd was saying he waited like 3 hours earlier, so... Sounds like we're not going to get in today, but I'm holding out. I'm holding out hope here, so...
You can finish, up until you don't have more minor quests unlocked without having to grind, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
So, probably around the level 10 minor quest, assuming you actually make it that far.
We'll see. Latest I want this stream to go is about 7, since we've whiled away a lot of time here today. So we'll see how much I can get done in 23 minutes.
Yeah. If we hit 7 o'clock and we haven't gotten in, we're just gonna call it.
Yeah. That's what I'm gonna say for the calling point. Is if we haven't gotten in by 7, we're gonna call it a day. We'll come in for the emergency one tomorrow. So.
It also did the reserving server thing here, and we just canceled the queue, and I think it didn't do it again.
Because it did reserving server with Todd and I when right before you came in that time. Like everybody was in there, and then it said reserving server, and it wasn't going anywhere. So.
Yeah. Oh, there is a forum post about it. As of 4 hours ago.
Oh, okay.
The thread went up about 14 hours ago, but people are still talking because...
Right, it's an ongoing problem.
Yeah.
Okay, we got a pickaxe. Let's go play Minecraft.
Please no. I haven't played Minecraft since... The last time I played Minecraft was right when they had done the update to change how food and hunger work.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, if you've been on the stream when I've had an auto-host on, Alex streams a lot, and he's on my auto-hosting list there, and he plays Minecraft quite a bit, so...
Yeah, I've seen. My first thought was, oh my god, we've gone back to Minecraft, it's over.
I can't really see myself ever going back to playing Minecraft. I kind of got my fill when I was in college because we played it a lot with a good chunk of people on our floor when I was in the dorms. All played on the same area, and we all built up like this crazy stuff and ended up exploring the whole area and everything. It was really cool, but that was like my end of that. So. But yeah, so the idea there is that now that I have that, and this is kind of the way that I'm sort of pushing for the class that I'm going to play when we get to Heaven's Ward there, the other class I'm going to take up. It isn't minor, by the way. I'm not going to, it's not going to be minor. That's not the last class I'm going to take. But the idea I figured was that when I started was that I'd have one healer, one melee DPS, one range DPS, one crafter, and one gatherer, and one tank. I have since gotten rid of the range DPS and just made it 1 healer, 1 DPS, 1 crafter, 1 gatherer. So obviously you can see where this is going. It's probably going to be one of these 3 classes over here if I decide to tank. I'm not 100% about that yet, but...
There are only 3 tank classes.
Right, yeah. So if I decide to... Now, that's the other thing, though. The reason why I'm not saying it until Heaven's Ward is because I'm also not 100% sure which of the other classes I'm going to take yet. So I don't want to say anything and be like, well, you know... and then change my mind later. And if you've been on this show long enough, you'll know I change my mind like weekly in certain regards, so I don't want to say anything and be like, well, you know, we're going to switch.
I hadn't thought about that. I'm going to go take levels in Bard now.
Oh, okay.
While we're waiting.
Okay, fair enough. Yes, dig, dig, dig till your muscles grow big. That's what we're going to do, hopefully. If I'm going to be a tank, I'm going to need big muscles because all that muscle will help me survive the tank buster attacks. So
You must be swole to survive.
Yes, we'll need to get swole. You know what else I need to get? I need to get those weathered shepherd's gear that I've got on... I think Matilda's got it. Because otherwise I'm going to be sitting here in my underwear with a pickaxe on my back in a second. So let me go get those. Sapphire Avenue Exchange is where I need to go, I think. Yeah. Over here. Okay. I did even say last time I wouldn't have anything to delay the finale, and sure enough I did, and I didn't expect this last delay, but I suppose there's nothing for it now, you know. Alright, Matilda, sorry to interrupt your venture. I just need to grab some of my items. Where is it? That one I need, and that one I need. Okay. Hang on, let me sort her stuff so she's not running around with it all over the place. There we go. Thanks, Matilda. Alright. So, let me take up a new arm here. And then as quickly as I can change my gear so I'm not naked. There we go. And let's make a new gear set for it as well. New. Rename. Minor. There we go. I could probably even undo my leatherworker gear set because I'm just doing the XIV crafting for now, but I'll keep it. Sentimental value, don't you know?
Where is this conga line and how far is it?
That don't look like any pickaxe I've ever seen. Looks more like an axe.
What is it?
I need a screenshot, Todd.
I want to take one, but I have to hide everyone's names.
Oh, okay.
What is this? I've never had so many people in the one location as to make the ambient crowd sounds come back.
I mean, I have, but mostly for like when like people are grouping up for A ranks or S ranks.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we're setting to turn off all the people.
Okay, my first pickaxe. Let's see what we've got here. Are you sure you're looking at the right person there, Adalberta? I've never looked this horrid since the last time I took a new class, so... I am absolutely filthy, and mostly because this shepherd's gear I have on is filthy. Then again, I'm talking to a miner, so filth kind of comes with the territory, doesn't it?
I'm now a first level archer.
Nice.
Well, I'm doing the cutscene that will allow me to be first level archer.
Nice. I'm glad we're finding something to do rather than just sitting here twiddling our thumbs, though. You know, like it. At least it's not like there isn't something else to do, and we're all just sitting here waiting to get in. Like I imagine Todd's experience was with the first Stormblood content, where he had to wait for hours to get into it.
Where people could not do things.
Yeah.
Anything.
Okay, so we have to get 10 copper ore And we need to use a minor action called Prospect in order to find it. Alright, we can do that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
what's the
believe
first thing
you
you learn
just-
about gathering and crafting is that you have default actions that show you where you're allowed to gather. Because you can't just swing a pickaxe at anything, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. We'll check it out once we get outside the city there. Let's see, what else do I need? I should have status effects go on as well. Let me look at my macro for Leatherworker.
Oh
That'll
wow,
give
I'm
me an
extremely
idea.
pink.
Oh, get a big, like a pink outfit
No,
to go with it?
I
or-
just deliberately dyed all of my stuff pink, and it turned out pinker than expected.
Oh.
Because I went and bought back the racial starting gear.
Oh, okay, I gotcha. Let me copy this one and paste it here where Summoner was, since we're not going to use Summoner for now. I'll redo Summoners later if I decide to do it. We don't need display head for right now because I don't have headgear. So there we go. And I think that is good. Let's rename this. Oh, there we go.
Oh, I can also go and buy the weathered items because those are still good. I think. This person has a wind-up Nidhogg, which I did not existed.
Oh. Yeah, I had
Well,
no idea
do,
either.
I still see people's pet names. I turned all these off.
Alright, so let's stick this here. Stick the quest macro there. Don't need the play guide, so let's get rid of that. And then what else do we need on here? We need need my Chocobo summoning on here, which is actually under here, I think. Actions, yeah, here we go. Just put that there, put that there. I need to find food for crafters. Well, I'll do that later. Or not crafters, gatherers. That's what I meant.
You're
Prospect
pretty
is up
low.
there.
You're still kind of early. It's not that important yet.
Yeah. I basically didn't end up using the crafter foods until just now, and I didn't even need them because I had the whole artisan set. So, all right, let's go break some rocks. Let me see actually where they point me to for this first.
It's just like when you first started out.
Yeah.
And also as a monk that you were like last stream.
Right. Yeah.
We're still breaking rocks.
Yes. Yeah. It's.
I put the screenshot in community. A bunch of people stopped dancing and congregated off to the side, but there's still a line.
Okay. Nice. Outside the gate of the Sultana or the gate of... It's funny, though, because a lot of stuff has come full circle this stream. Like, everything in the Leatherworkers Guild coming full circle with Angerbotha and all the NPCs from Gridania looking at my work. And now, if we had come full circle with the Castrum and then gotten to do this, it would be like everything was full circle. But now I'm breaking rocks again.
Like, and matching, but it wasn't.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, 2 out of 3 ain't bad, so... Miners can use pickaxes and other digging tools to mine Eorzea's mountains to gather materials. Okay. You have to use Prospect to find them. Show up on the minimap. And select it to begin mining. Alright, let's give it a shot. I have prospected. It doesn't have a timer, so I would assume it doesn't run out like other statuses.
No, Prospect and the Botanist version Triangulate literally last forever.
Okay, cool.
Because otherwise you couldn't see mining nodes or botany nodes at all.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, there's one right around here.
It's a permanent Indian option.
Gotcha. There's one right around here. Ah, here we go. Down here. Level 5 mineral deposit. Excuse me, Cactuars. Give me a moment. Okay, let's see what we got here. So you can see as many as 8 different types of items at the gathering point. Select an item. Right-click it. Okay, yeah, it's got my chances right next to it there. Copper ore, I would assume, is that with that one. That's 87%, so that's not bad. Gear with high gathering rating improves this, blah, 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 same as everything else. Oh, okay, I was going to say I would assume that the mature tree thing there is for botanist. So that means ore will always be in this third slot, I would assume. Does it ever get to the point where there's like materials you don't know what they are?
Yes.
Like, okay.
Yes.
That's what I figured when they were saying that. So if I'm looking for ore, it's probably in the third slot. That's what that means. So, all right, let's try this.
I mean, the slots just start messing with you after a while. You'll understand if you ever make it to like level 50 and you start looking for hidden stuff.
Oh, okay.
Meanwhile, I'm shooting mushrooms.
We've
I don't know
leveled
what
up.
the mushrooms did to anyone.
Nice.
They are clearly not actually harmful to people. I mean, I guess they can hurt you, but like they don't really seem to want to.
Right, yeah.
They're just kind of standing around.
They're just
Yeah.
hanging out. They're just
Yeah.
loaming.
Loaming. That's a good word.
I like it because it has to do with mushrooms.
I have reached Archer 5.
Nice.
I mean, if you have like an XP item and you just the XP ring.
Yeah, that helps too. Yeah.
Yeah, and also just doing the fact that if you do the first level quest, I can kill like one extra of each enemy and get the XP from that, but also get the of that.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Ooh, we got a new trait. I didn't see what it was because the thing was in the way, so let's see. Auto Prospect. What does that do? Let's turn on Action Help and find out. Automatically activates Prospect upon changing to Minor. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you don't have to keep manually turning it on the moment you transform.
Right.
Transform.
Someone in this chat just shouted, "I'll sell my soul to someone for 10 million gil."
Yeah, but how will you transfer that? Does it fit in the mail? Can you give it to a Moogle and mail it to someone? I think not. The Moogle might get hungry.
And then it will swallow your soul.
Probably. There's a cactuar. Aw, he just missed it.
There's a lot of cactuars running around near here too.
Yeah.
I'm visiting
Eventually,
Cole's
because
cousins
you're
and
a-
uncles and stuff, apparently.
Eventually, because you can't fight, you will get an ability that like sneak, so that enemies won't murder you while you are helpless.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing a similar thing with Botanist, and I think Todd said that I get something similar with Minor, so... That will help, because otherwise I will die.
Yeah, the very healthy skill called Stealth.
Okay, we have the 10 copper ore we needed. Does Gathering Log work like Crafting Log, where the first time I get it, I get bonus
Yes.
experience? Okay,
Yes.
cool.
But as you can probably guess, first time only.
Right, yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. There's probably a bunch of materials that you can gather, so... Let's see what we can get here that's a first-time thing. Fire shards? Sure, why not? Just, you know, casually keep leveling up, even though we don't really need to. Might as well do it now. Waiting anyway. Nah, no muddy water for me. Okay.
Yeah, it's worth getting everything though.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. I will try to get that in a moment, because there's another node, like, not too far away. Alright, Kira, take it easy. We'll see you next time.
obtained
Yeah.
nothing.
I think people are getting even more bored than I thought. Someone turned into a blue mage and used self-destruct.
Oh no. I shouldn't laugh at that, but I'm going to.
Okay, so, someone revived them.
Okay.
There was a thing that you could use to self-destruct and then get revived to get on top of like a thing for a thing.
Oh
Like
jeez.
there's a sightseeing log thing there that people have been where like you can blow yourself up and then someone can res you by standing in the right spot and you will appear up in the place where you need to get the lookout thing. I don't know how you get it otherwise because it's on top of a pillar in the middle of nowhere.
Right, yeah.
It is the tallest thing for several miles.
Oh, I got access to the armory system.
Yeah. I think Final Sting also just kills you.
Yeah, Final Sting also insta kills you. It's okay though. People are still using it.
You can't Final Sting other players.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, you also can't explode them, but you can explode it without having a target.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
there's just dead people on the ground now.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing at dead people. I shouldn't be.
It's okay. They'll get better, and also they did it on.
Yeah, fair
Everyone
enough.
is this is what happens. We're all just waiting for Duty Finder.
Well, bright side, if anybody needs that achievement where you resurrect a certain number of people, this is probably a pretty easy way to get it. I got one of the achievements where you can resurrect one person, but then after that it's like 50, and I'm like, okay, I don't think I'm going to find that many people.
Yeah, that was an achievement more for way back when people were actually still doing stuff like baits in the fields.
Oh, okay.
It's really hard to get those achievements now because it requires you to revive someone who's not in your party or alliance. So
Right. And how often is that going to happen nowadays?
Nowadays, not so much.
Right.
Ever.
Survey the landscape to locate the nearest mineral deposit or rocky outcrop within skill range. Can only execute while prospect is active. Lay of the land.
That one. Where you go to it's good for when you go to a new area and you don't immediately know where you can mine because it searches for the closest thing that you are literally able to mine because of level.
Oh, okay. That sounds helpful.
You also get ones that are like the highest level. That you
Yeah,
can mine.
but those come later, thankfully.
Yeah, okay. Let's give it a shot. Since a mineral deposit 12 yalms to the west. Probably this one right in front of me.
Yeah.
Let's see if we
12
can
yalms,
get...
That's literally, you should be able to touch that.
Where you are.
Yeah, yes I did.
12 yalms is about 12 meters, which is like 2 footsteps that you take. From what I can tell.
Yeah, I never learned how to convert distance in game to something I could use. I just know that for the default line, field of view is about 100 yalms.
Oh,
So
okay.
if something is
These
within
enemies are
100
very high
yalms,
level.
you should be able to see it.
I'm not supposed to fight these yet because there's one else. These are like twice as much as high level quests.
In Duty Finder news, one tank joined, but one DPS quit. And we have a couple of minutes left, so...
After which I will probably fulfill. Oh, I have to kill 8 of these? Holy crap.
Oh, wow. For your hunting log, or...?
No, for the quest.
Oh, okay.
I have to kill 8 of the monkeys and 8 of the plants.
Oh. That's a lot. For, like, is it a low-level archer quest, or...?
It's level 5.
Oh. That's a lot.
It is a lot.
It will get you plenty of experience, but it is a lot.
It will. Oh, I've learned my dot attack, but one of them.
Oh, nice.
Oh, you got a venomous bite. Good job.
I actually know what that is because, I don't know if I told you this one,
Because it's
SB.
one of the ones NPCs
but...
will use on you.
Well, there's that, but there's also, I have actually tried this game in the past. When there was a free trial back in 2015, I tried it, and I played Archer was the class that I chose to play. I got to about level 8, and that was about it.
I do remember this.
Yeah, so, but there was a fate where we fought, I think it's the fate that keeps popping up in front of the Akatl 9 quests that I keep seeing with the big Ochu-looking thing, and I ended up helping killing it because I could apply a dot and nobody else could. So there was like 6 or 7 people, maybe 8 even, fighting it, and they were doing like next to no damage, and I was like, oh, venomous bite, and it probably took off a solid, I mean, over time, obviously, over the course of the whole fight, it probably took off a solid 40% of his health or something like that, just from me reapplying it all the time, so...
Right.
Yeah, and once you get to, I think it's level 18, it might have been 24, I honestly don't remember.
I get wind bite at level 30.
You pick up your venomous bite sister dot, wind bite.
Yeah, it's level 30.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's 30? Never mind.
Yeah.
So you probably want to keep both of those up as much as possible then, I would assume.
That's literally.
You also want to use your damage up.
Mm.
Because
That's
the damage up,
literally-
like with the dots, it's an important thing with archers. When you start a move is when the damage dot. Is when... If you use a dot effect, the stats when the dot is applied are what matters, not over time.
Oh, okay.
So basically, the whole point. Well, once you get to higher level archer and eventually bard, you'll see that the game really does want you to keep your dots up as long as possible, because you eventually get a skill called Iron Jaws, which just straight up renews the timer on both venomous and.
There are now 2 archers fighting this dude.
Oh.
Well, we're fighting the giant plant, which I suspect might be the one you were talking about.
Yeah, actually. I'm pretty sure anyway.
Yeah, I know exactly which one you're talking
I'm gonna
about.
not
because I
stand on
killed
top
it.
of him, actually.
Hmm.
Okay, there are now 3.
You were all thinking of the same thing, and you all stumbled on the same fate. So.
Yeah, it just is we are all the same class.
Yeah.
This person is going to die, and I cannot save him.
Uh-oh.
Why?
I don't know why they are the one tanking. I cannot pull aggro.
Archer tank.
What?
Hmm.
Why don't you guys just fight Shuba Snacks? That's in the same area.
Well, Adalberta, mining is actually kind of deja vu for me because I spent a lot of days out in the hot Thanalan sun punching rocks with my fists, so...
I leveled up from it,
Nice.
and I got some other stuff too. The ones that I just leveled up.
Good.
So now I'm 7.
Nice.
It has now been over an hour.
Yeah, we're getting to that point, I think.
Yeah, I think this is about the point where we might want to call it quits, because this isn't ending.
Yeah, let me just finish up this minor quest and then we'll call it a day. So.
I suspect we are actually all here doing the same line.
You know, originally I thought Duty Finder was just on life support because some people were getting into stuff, but now it seems like it's just actually dead.
Hmm.
It is no longer functioning.
Well, that's not good.
I like how some of your minions just interact with the player. Like, I have ones that hang off my shoulder.
I love, yeah, some of them will climb up onto your shoulder, like,
Oh, that's adorable.
like the Nanima minion will climb up and sit on your, like,
That's adorable.
push you. It is adorable.
Yeah, some of them hang off your shoulders, some sit on your shoulders, there's a couple that'll just rest on your head. And that's why I always have a minion out.
Yeah. I got Interceptor. That's the
And
only
Interceptor,
minion I
like,
really need.
Attacking, quote unquote, the enemies is like a thing that only they do, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Only the dog does.
Either that or the cat-dog interactions that they actually put into the game.
There we go. Yeah, that's pretty good too. Yeah. I'm just double checking my minor hotbars real quick. Party lists.
There's a minion called the Hedgehoglet.
Hedgehoglet?
It's like a baby hedgehog, but I didn't know this minion was in the game.
Is it exactly as precious as it sounds?
Yes.
Yes, it is. Okay, so I'm gonna cancel I'm gonna withdraw us from the Duty Finder because unfortunately I don't think we're getting in tonight. But emergency maintenance is tonight, so that means tomorrow. We'll I don't know if we'll do like a full stream tomorrow or if we'll just do the 2 dungeons. I'm not 100% sure yet, but I'll figure it out.
Well, I mean, the 2 dungeons will probably take as much time as half, if not more, of a stream anyway.
Okay. Well, we'll see once we get that far, and I'll see if maybe we'll
Archer
do a
is
couple
like
things.
the dog class and also the. There's
Also-
a lot of incentive to crit.
Nice. That will help then.
Yeah, like you have 2 buff abilities at this stage. One of which increases your damage, and one of them increases. And well, like one of them is like a basic attack that just also increases your crit.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Well, it gives you a buff on that.
Right. Yeah.
It's also because of that really easy to tell when someone's a lazy archer or bard, because they never have that buff up or they never use their dots. They just only use heavy shot.
I've been playing healer on my other character, and I'm like going insane trying to figure out if somehow I am not doing enough, or if I just keep having tanks that just are so incredibly easy to die. And I can't tell. Like, it's like I'll be like unable to go more than 1 or 2 global cooldowns before I need to heal, or they will die.
Oh, jeez.
And I'm not sure. I think they just are. None of them have been using in like regular fights, but then they're doing big pulls.
Oh, I would think they wouldn't try that until they knew exactly what they were doing, but anyway. All right, so
I mean, I do my best, and I also have unfortunately mastered the skill of the tank has died. How do I keep us from wiping?
Yeah, that sounds familiar, because that's what I was doing earlier when I was practicing Scholar and I got into Stone Vigil with the Paladin who didn't know how to Shield Oath.
Stone Vigil is one of those dungeons where you can very quickly tell if someone's been playing the game or not.
Yeah. This was someone who hadn't. Okay, so that's going to do it for today's episode of Final Fantasy XIV, the Stream Edition. I apologize to Todd, to Espy, and to everybody that we didn't get to do the final 2 dungeons today. But we made some progress on some other stuff, and we definitely have no excuse after the emergency maintenance tonight. So we will return tomorrow at 4 p.m. Yeah, I mean, this last excuse was out of my control, but, you know. But yeah, so we'll return tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll do those dungeons. Ideally, we'll get in less than an hour and however many minutes we were waiting.
I'll about 20 minutes.
Okay, so long enough to where I definitely wouldn't want to wait any longer. So yeah, we'll do that stuff tomorrow, and maybe we'll do a couple other quests while we're here. But we'll be playing again tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So thank you for watching, everybody. I appreciate you coming out to Twitch and YouTube to check out the stream, and I will see all of you on the next one. As I said, we'll be tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll update the schedule to show that as well. So until then, everybody, take care and have a good night.